All right, let's do this. Back live in the studio. Jump on that stream now. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, you can listen to the show. Download the app for free. Get us in your in-home smart speaker. Check us out on the website, rock1061.com. Marshall, Good morning, man.
There's been so much that has gone on in this past week, Cotter, that you weren't here for us to talk about.
What'd I miss?
Mark Hoppus got cancer.
I saw that. That's sad.
Cardi B announced that she is having baby number 2 last night.
I missed that. Don't care.
Obi-Wan Kenobi got Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim pregnant, and she just had a kid too yesterday.
So much.
You missed so much. Also, condolences, the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
You know, they're pretty much dead.
I get that.
Trae Young hurt his ankle last night. Stepped on the referee's foot, which then hurt him. Anyway, it's the perfect Atlanta Hawks. I apologize. Atlanta Hawks way.
It's all the same. Let's be honest. It's all the same.
Failing at sports. So it's just so much has happened. Just let alone the last few days, the last week.
Yeah, it's been a lot of things going on. Of course, out last week was down at Universal in Orlando. That was a trip. That was fun.
Yep.
A lot of good roller coasters.
That was a trip. That sounds like you had a good time on vacation.
I had a great time on vacation. That was fun, man. It was good. It was good to be out.
Yeah.
Not doing anything. It's great to be back, though. And we've got a very, very busy show to get to, as we typically do on a Monday. I'm going to talk Quentin Tarantino. Dude is definitely, well, at least according to him, still going to hang it up after his next movie. So we're going to power rank the movies he has released so far. Get to Are You Smarter Than Community College Dropout Trivia. Going to talk about your bucket list today at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. So you can call, comment, and text about that. Can't forget about Big Money Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't do it last week. Oh, no, we did do it last week. We were here on Monday.
Yeah.
We gave away cash.
We gave away $50 to someone, and another chance for you guys to win coming up in like an hour and a half.
Of course, going to kick off the show with About Last Night. We've got the alien report, or UFO report, or UAP report. I don't know what they're calling it anymore.
Let's just stick to UFOs, because throwing out these other initials, it confuses the hell out of me.
Fair enough. So we got that. Going to talk about the crash at the Tour de France, and of course, the horrible story coming out of Miami about that building collapsing on Thursday. We'll kick off the show with that next. It is Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061. Here's a day to remember.
Morning, guys. Rhett, Tony, Holly. How are you? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. It's the week of our 20th anniversary show. Have you heard about it?
I think we've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Max says, good morning. Marshall called me Jake Thompson twice last week while you were gone. I did call Mac Jake Thompson.
Why?
Because I needed Mac's help last week. I was running around and I was doing a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And I needed something delivered to Pooler. Mac lives in the Pooler area.
Sure.
So it's literally, I don't know, what time was it? I think it was like 12:30. No, let's just say it was 1 p.m. Hey, Mac, called her up. Can you deliver something to Pooler? You live there. I'm already home. What do you mean you're already home? Well, yeah, I'm done. So I went home. And I'm like, it's 1 o'clock. I need you to do something. Nope, already home. So I had to drive to Pooler and all the way back. I'm just saying, I thought it would be the easiest job in the world for her. Nope. She went home early that day. Pulled a Jake Thompson.
Well, at least she showed up. I mean, Jake just doesn't show up.
She was here for a minute. I offered help twice. The Pooler thing, that was 30 minutes after I got home. Not my fault. It was also 1:30.
What's up, Gibby?
Oh, Holly, thank you for all the love. We need it this morning.
Yes.
Just to get up and get going.
Yeah, today was rough, man. It's been a while since I got up at 3, so it was like, this sucks. I forgot what this was like already.
Okay. We're only gone for a week, man.
I know. The word no never came out of my mouth, by the way.
Yeah, well, she wasn't exactly trying to help either.
No.
Hey, can you deliver us to Pooler? I'm at home. Okay, cool. Great conversation. Bye.
All right, got about 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm set.
Who?
Oh, Rudy, what's going on, man?
Hey, Rudy.
Nice to have you back. How about get that Honest trailer unloaded? Yup. I actually I got a chance to hang out with Rudy.
Oh, cool.
We hung out last Tuesday for a little while.
Nice.
Charles, what's going on, man? You were a lot more productive between 6 and 10. I bet.
Well, we're here to change that. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. Getting into about last night. Story number one, just a tragic story coming out of the Miami area. Thursday morning, a residential building in Surfside, Florida, collapsed. I mean, as of recently, at least 9 people have been killed. Authorities fear there are many more. As of Sunday, over 150 people are still accounted for.
Unaccounted for, yeah.
Yeah. And you had survivors who made it out of the building, said they woken up around 1:30 Thursday morning, fire alarms going off, falling debris. One resident, Fiorella Terenzi, said she woke up, it was a loud noise. She just thought it was thunder, and then alarms started going off. Sirens are going off. She runs out of the building, and she's like, dust is just absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, it was a wild story because, everyone woke up Friday morning or whatever, Thursday morning to this story. The video, they have like this video they captured from like across like a tennis court. I'm guessing some sort of apartment complex. And this building went down like it was meant to be taken down. Like there was like those controlled demolitions of you see like stadiums and stuff. It looked like it came down like that. And this stuff is absolutely terrifying because that was definitely not the case. Just happened to just fall in the middle of the night. Apparently, they've had reports about this building for a while, stating that, hey, this thing needs to be looked at. The foundation needs to be looked at. And like everyone was just like, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's not all right.
Yeah, that report came out in 2018. Now, they haven't officially said what caused the collapse. There's somebody saying they don't think it has anything to do with what they were saying in this report from a few years ago. But
what?
I know.
That's definitely not the case. That's probably the city trying to make sure that they look good in this whole thing.
Now, a federal agency specializing in disaster losses and structure failures, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, is sending scientists and engineers to gather data. I guess the first team members arrived on Friday. Now, this is the agency that investigated 9/11 and the collapse of the Twin Towers. So they're coming in to look at this. The building itself, 13 stories, had 135 units. About half of them collapsed. They pulled 35 people out of the intact part of the building, 2 people out of the rubble, but so many people still missing. And we're talking about it off the air. I mean, unfortunately, they're going to have to identify people with DNA. I mean, it is just a horrific story.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so crazy to even think about something like this happen because it's just so random.
Yeah.
And once again, I think this probably could have been helped out a little bit if the city would have just looked at it. I was actually talking to an engineer over the weekend. That's right. I have an engineer friend, and she told me, she's like, what's going to happen is whoever had like the last report on the building, if it wasn't taken seriously, those people could be held for manslaughter charges.
Oh, really?
Yes, because, I mean,
they knew there was issues.
And they didn't, push it up higher and higher. Apparently, they just signed off on it and walked away. Those people could be charged with manslaughter issues because of what happened.
Now, we've got a lot more information will be coming with this when they start looking into it with this federal agency and maybe looking into this whole thing with manslaughter charges if that becomes a thing. So this story is not going to go away anytime soon. Just once again, a horrific story coming out of the Miami area on Thursday morning. Coming up next, we got to talk Tour de France. Stick around. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
And honestly, it's the most surprising thing probably from this story. I have an engineer friend. I'm surprised too. Rudy, our buddy, was actually in Miami.
Oh, shoot.
So Rudy's a truck driver. And we were hanging out last Tuesday at the draft room in Berwick having a beer. And he's like, yeah, I'm going down to Miami for a couple of days. I totally forgot that he was down there. He said, I was in Miami for that. It was crazy. I wasn't close or anything, but it was still insane. Yeah, just crazy stuff there, man.
Now, the craziest thing I heard about this whole thing. So you heard about was McAfee or whatever, the guy.
The dude who died in that prison, yeah.
Yeah, so, he said that he would never kill himself.
Dude, he effed a whale once.
That's what I've heard.
That's another story.
So so the big conspiracy, or one of the conspiracy things I heard, was obviously, he tweeted and stated many times that if he winds up dead and they claim suicide, he wouldn't kill himself. So, he was that. And then there was some report, and it could just be a QAnon thing, so I don't, any...
I know those people are saying irrational.
Anything to back it up officially, but supposedly he had information stored somewhere in some building in Miami. So now people are jumping.
And that was the building.
This was the building. They were jumping to conclusions that this is the building. So that came down. He died, and it's just like, okay, guys, just stop. Just stop now.
No, they're not going to. They definitely aren't going to. Jesus Christ. Oh man. All right, something a little lighter up next, guys. Up next, well, I don't know. Is it a little lighter? There's not match cat.
There's nobody died, so I would say yes by default. Lighter.
But a good amount of people got hurt. We'll talk about the Tour de France. The follow-up story that you sent me. The only thing I kind of gathered from it was what the sign said.
Yeah. Basically it was.
Oh yeah, that guy. Mac, you didn't know that? The McAfee guy?
Look into it. It's badass crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. His whole story is just nuts. And then, he tweeted out years ago, and he got some tattoo. This is whacked, because he said, it's like, I will not kill myself. And if the report comes out that says I killed myself, it's a lie. And now the reports are out that he killed himself.
Yeah, he totally in a jail, which
he was going to be extradited to the United States. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird that him and Epstein died the same way. Oh, well.
But I agree. I think the city's trying to cover their butts because, somebody...
1,000%.
Somebody, there was, I don't remember the name, but one person's like, we don't think it has to do with that as to why the building collapsed.
The reports that the building... I read something else in it, and once again, I don't know if it's crazy stuff or not, but people said that as a resident in the building, they would do construction around, obviously... the building that collapsed. And they said when the construction was happening around their building would shake. Yeah. And it would be like vibrant. And obviously, construction happens all the time and people, things move and everything. But they said they felt their apartment building like violently shake when construction was happening around their building over the last decade. I'm like,
doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right, but that's something that you could easily overlook. But also just wild what happened. Yeah, the dumbass lady with the cardboard sign that caused a huge crash.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fun story. She's on the run.
Yeah, that's the craziest part about this whole thing. She's on the run. I'm going to get coffee. We'll be right back.
Good luck. Good luck to your coffee endeavors.
Thank you.
May they be fruitful. Whew. Yeah, even with Cotter. So Cotter was on vacation last week. I wasn't on vacation. But man, I got a lot done for our 20th anniversary show. Still have a lot more to do this week. But here we are. Week of show. Let's go. Morning, Thomas. How are you, bud? Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome back, Cotter. You look like you went on vacation. You look kind of defeated. I'll tell him you said that. Oh, wild. Yeah. I'll have that same look. It'll just be in about a week or so. Mac, I haven't looked yet. In regards to the missing iPod. But, yeah. I get to go. So I go on vacation, not this week, but next week. Super excited for it. Super excited. My turn. Going to Tennessee, going to Chattanooga. Going to get drunk in Chattanooga because what else would you do there? Go hiking. And then I'll be in Nashville to see some friends. So pretty excited to head on out. Get a few days off again. So we'll have next week off. We'll run another best of. And then in July, we'll be back. We got some cool stuff coming up in July that we'll do before the end of the month. Yeah, excited to go on vacation. Obviously, get back. We'll be bringing on some new segments and stuff. So we'll be doing obviously Torture Tuesday is kind of retired until September. We'll bring that back once our promotional book starts. You don't want to do it too much because it'll kill us eventually. And then we'll be bringing Mount Rushmore's back here after I get back from break. We'll probably be doing our first Mount Rushmore. It's a segment we did on the afternoon show, but it's a really fun topic thing where it's kind of like power ranking, but it's on a much larger scale. So we'll do some Mount Rushmores. Also, we'll have a lot of football stuff that we'll be getting into now that football is going to be beginning here in the next month. I mean, we're only like a month away from some preseason football hitting. So I'm excited to finally have the NFL back. No offense. I don't care about the NBA, although, the Atlanta Hawks, go Hawks. But I'm excited to have the NFL back, man. Thomas says, you look defeated. The vacation defeated.
It was one of those things. It's like going to any theme park, especially like that, just wipes you out, man. It just drains you. So I have not caught back up yet. It was fun though. Get a chance if you're a roller coaster fan. That Velocicoaster's amazing.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah, so cool. The Hagrid ride's great. It was a lot of fun. It was very cool. It's one of those things. It's like now that I've done it, I don't know if I need to go back anytime soon, especially like Disney. I could always go to Disney and I'll enjoy myself.
Okay.
This was like, so we started in Universal Studios, which has Diagon Alley with the Harry Potter stuff. You're like, man, this is awesome. I mean,
it's super cool.
The way they recreated it, and it's just like, this is one of the coolest things ever. So then you go to Island of Adventure, which has got, what's the other one? Hogsmeade. And you're like, yeah, it's cool. I mean, that one came first, so it's like you could tell. Then they really upped it when they built the second Harry Potter park.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one, you're like, it's fine. The other one is just so much better, cooler, and more immersive than the one.
Yeah. Got some questions for you. Gibby wants to know, what Hogwarts house do you belong in? Have you figured that out?
I have no idea. No, I've never done that.
I took the test. There was like an online test. Yeah. There's like some Hogwarts website or whatever. It's an official one. I'm Slytherin.
Okay.
Who would have thought?
That makes sense. No, I have not done that.
Max says, did you try a butterbeer?
I did. Delicious.
Alcoholic one or no?
They don't do alcoholic ones.
Yeah.
You have to buy a shot of like Fireball basically to put in it if you want to. But no, the butterbeer, honestly, I didn't expect to like it. Utterly delicious.
Did you get
frozen and non-frozen?
Did you go non-frozen?
We did both.
Okay.
We did both, but yeah.
Get the shot?
No. I didn't do the shot. But they had some really good like specialty beers just for the Harry Potter parks that was really good. Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. I'm going to talk the Tour de France Fugitive here in just seconds. Don't forget, jump on that stream, though. You watch the show each and every morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. So French authorities have launched an investigation after a fan caused dozens of cyclists to crash on Saturday during the Tour de France. Now, a woman basically stepped right in front of the race pack, holding a sign that said, Allez Opi Omi, which I guess is a mixture of French and German, basically translate to something like, go grandma, grandpa.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Cool.
Whatever. Now, the sign hit German rider Tony Martin, who was near the head of the pack. He went down, and then it was just dominoes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why it's hilarious watching bicyclists like fall down like that. And I'm like, oh, I hope they're okay. But I'm not going to lie. When I first saw the footage of this happening, I had a good gut laugh. I was laughing. I don't know why. This is just hilarious. And then you know what they do? like also gets me is they do the aerial shot.
Yes.
Where it's just like this huge like mess of bikers just all laying there going, honestly, I bet you just the sound itself sounded like me trying to get out of the bed every morning.
Now, most of the riders were able to continue. There was a German rider, Joshua Sutherland, who had to withdraw. He was taken to the hospital, no broken bones. He had a severe contusion on his right wrist that required further examinations. Now, here's the best part about this whole story. This woman is on the run.
Yeah,
they didn't catch her.
So she bounced immediately because she's like, yep, that was a mistake. And she bounced, and yeah, she's on the run. But the thing is she was like wearing like this ridiculous yellow jacket.
Yes.
So it's like almost like a Where's Waldo situation. Like, how did we lose this woman? I mean, was she an international person of mystery? Was she an undercover spy? Did she want the Tour de France to, go down in flames? She an anarchist?
No,
Questions I'm asking.
The idiot who wanted to be on TV. Worked. Authorities have asked witnesses to come forward. Tour de France plans on suing this woman if they catch her.
Right.
They hope to deter other spectators from doing stupid things to go on a camera. It's your race. Put up some barriers. I mean, come on, guys. We're going to sue you to deter it. Put up some ropes. I don't know, something that would prevent people from standing in the road as thousands of bicyclists drive past.
Yeah, they said it's tradition. That's why they don't want to do that. They said it's kind of a traditional look where they don't want to put up barriers and stuff. So will this change anything? Probably not.
No, not at all. All right, one more story to go in about last night. It's all about UFOs and the report from the U.S. government. Got it after Rage Against the Machine. This is Killing in the Name of Rock 106.1.
Rhett wants to know if you bought a wand and cape when you went to Harry Potter World.
Both my kids got wands, so we walked around the park doing some of the magic stuff. Did not get a cape. Did not personally buy a wand, but didn't do the whole wand. Didn't do the Ollivanders like wand whatever experience thing they do, where like one person is picked and they do make it the whole spectacle. We just walked in the side of the store where you can buy a wand.
Oh, okay.
But no, Butterbeer was good. Rides are great. I mean, if you're at all remotely a Harry Potter fan, you should definitely go. I mean, definitely Diagon Alley. That part was really, really cool. I mean, they did that really, really well. They've got an ice cream store in there. Had chili chocolate ice cream.
Sure.
It was really good. I was like, man, this is delicious. But a lot of fun. There were, at one point in time, the line to get into the Escape from Gringotts ride was 220 minutes long.
Oh, my gosh.
We got there, so we stayed in one of the Universal hotels, so we got into the park an hour early, so we were able to get into the Gringotts ride in about 20 minutes because we just went right there.
Yeah, I would think, I mean, any of the major Harry Potter rides, which I think there's, 3 major ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit those first, because if you're not hitting those first, you're going to have that crazy 3-hour long wait.
Day 2, when we went to Island of Adventure, we went to the whatever the Hogwarts ride is, and we waited. I mean, the only wait was walking through everything because there was nobody in line, so we got through in like 5 minutes.
Right,
and then we did have to wait about an hour and a half for the no. It was about an hour for the Hagrid ride. But totally worth it. That's a great roller coaster.
The France lady was Carmen Sandiego, says Rhett.
That makes sense.
You are a detective, so I can only imagine that's true, sir.
That makes sense.
All right, one more story in about last night, and then we will move on with everything. That story is the latest alien report. The government dropped their big report. Did you even read any of the official report?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. But I read kind of a breakdown of it. And obviously they're doing something kind of cool. They're doing a 3-hour live special, which how the hell do you squeeze 3 hours out of a 9-page report?
I've got the promo for that too, the audio for the promo.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is so over dramatic.
Actually, you know what? I watched some of the video.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, so I probably watched some of this. But that's funny, man.
Yeah, it's about a 30-second promo. It's,
ridiculous.
It's the typical, oh my God, secrets are revealed.
No, they're not.
No, the truth is out.
But that's the thing. It's almost like going to be an award show. It's where essentially nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing. It's like Al Capone's vault.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's gonna randomly. They're gonna have people who have absolutely no expertise at all because no one has any expertise in UFOs. But they're gonna bring up the dude from Blink-182 and be like, "He's an expert."
They've got X-Files creator Chris Carter, Men in Black director Barry Sonnenfeld, and then Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
3 people who I'm like, dude, these guys know aliens.
According to this, Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, who's an actual UFO expert.
Really?
That's what they got it listed as.
He has a business called. He has that academy. To the Stars Academy, which I don't know what the hell they do. It would be cool if Mulder and Scully was hosting, right? But sadly, they are not. They are not.
All right, we've got about just over a minute.
Coming up later on the show, we'll do Big Money Monday again at the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. We'll power rank some Quentin Tarantino films because he went on the Bill Maher show just recently and talked about his last film he plans on doing. We'll talk about some bad tattoos and wrap up the show today with Marshall's Music News just to give you guys a little heads up on what we got coming up. We'll also break down some, we found this weird story about bad first dates. Well, good and bad first dates foods, like stuff you should order if you're on a first date. Mac, I hope you're still listening. This may help you.
She's got to go on the first date for it to matter, though.
Yeah. I think I was talking to Mac early last week. I'm like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? I made a candle. Excuse me? She's like, yeah, I got with my friends and we made candles one night. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
We'll be right back, guys. One more story to go with about last night. The Office of the United States Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, has released its long-awaited report on unidentified aerial phenomena. Why'd they change it? Why isn't it just UFO?
I mean, it's the government making things overly complicated.
It's a UFO. They're UFOs.
Yeah, we're sticking with that.
Now, it's a 9-page report analyzing 144 reports from 2004 to 2021. Mm-hmm. This is the other thing that gets me. A 9-page report? Couldn't you put more effort into it?
Yeah, I mean, we've had to write longer reports in college than this. I mean, this is about UFOs, the first official UFO thing from the government, and you're giving me 9 pages? And probably like half it's redacted.
Probably.
I didn't read it. I'm American.
Now, unfortunately, the organization has deemed any explanation for mysterious aircraft as largely inconclusive. I don't think anybody is shocked by this. We weren't getting a black and white report of here's what they are and here's how it happens.
Yeah, and they said, oh, we haven't found any advanced technology either. Like, that's a lie. They've got something hanging around somewhere.
You would think at this point in time there's something somewhere.
There's a spaceship somewhere. I mean, trust me, aliens get drunk just like we do. They drunk drove right into a mountain, and we captured that stuff. It's in a bunker somewhere. I'm sorry if I sound crazy, but it's real.
Now, according to the report, there are multiple types of UFOs observed over the years. The government has created 5 categories. There's the airborne clutter. There's the natural atmospheric phenomena. There's the USG or US, the industry development programs, foreign adversary systems, and then I love this, the catch-all, the other bin. Just everything else we can't explain goes in there. Makes no sense.
I feel like they were tasked with doing this report, and then they just didn't do anything. And then like the last week, they're like, oh, Christ. Oh, man. The report. We were supposed to do the report. And then they put together the 9 pages of whatever the hell this was. This was something special.
It's a letdown. I mean, I didn't expect, like I said, I didn't expect to have all of the answers. But 9 pages is all we're getting.
Well, the great thing about America is we're totally... going to be America here. So instead of having for you to have to read those 9 pages, the Discovery Channel, and I think they're going to simulcast this on multiple networks, the Science Channel, Travel Channel, Discovery, this Wednesday, 2 days, 8 p.m., a 3-hour live special called UFOs Declassified, and they've got I mean, just a lineup of guests that are incredible, Cotter.
This is pretty great. Chris Carter, the guy behind X-Files. They've got Barry Sonnenfeld, the guy behind Men in Black. And, of course, you can't have an Alien live special without Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
Because when you think, man, these guys probably know a lot about UFOs. These are the three dudes. What about, that show Ancient Aliens?
Yes.
The dude with the hair?
He's got to be on it.
If he isn't on the show, then I ain't watching.
Now, they released a promo, and, of course, it was completely over the top.
UFOs exist among us. Join us as we break down the Pentagon's secret report. Live. What's fact and what's fiction? UFOs Classified Live, hosted by Josh Gates, Wednesday, June 30th at 8 on Discovery Science and Travel Channel.
Yes.
After hearing that, I question whether they read this report. Or did they put this promo together before the report came out? Because that is way over the top.
Yeah, I mean, does it need to be live? They could have just produced this and I've been fine with it as well.
No, it does not need to be live. I'm going to have to watch it, though.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we're talking 20th anniversary concert. It is going down this Saturday. We got all the details coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah, no, all good. I'm going to get my coffee.
Elaine, welcome back. Thanks for hanging this morning, guys. Do appreciate it. Coming up next, we'll talk about the concert, and then we'll get to our call-in segment. Taking a week off, it feels weird to do the call-in segment now. But we're going to ask you guys, what's on your bucket list? What's something that you want to get to before you kick the bucket? All sorts of stuff. Kind of like wrote down and kind of want to get done before, I head off into whatever is after all this nonsense. But we'll be asking you guys that question, so I'll be annoying all of you with what your bucket list items are. Feel free to dump them into the chat. If not, I'll be really pushing all of you to do that coming up after this next break. Going to be talking about our 20th anniversary show once again. I feel like the government really dropped the ball when it came to that whole UFO thing. 9-page report. I could have wrote that report. Jesus Christ. What the hell are they doing? Oh, there's alien life out there, guys. 100%. David, I completely agree. Thinking that we're the only people in the entire world, solar system, universe. That'd be stupid. Let's see. Tom says, Mr. Rep, please code yours. Fast Magic 8 Ball. Should I take hallucinogens for Saturday's concert? Ooh, that's a great question. Should Thomas take magic mushrooms? That's a good word. Hallucinogen sounds like cop speak. We'll say magic mushrooms for our show this coming Saturday. Outlook, good. Yep, there you go. I think we nailed it for you, pal. Elaine, thank you for sharing your bucket list item. Appreciate that. Speaking
of. We have had a couple people submit for Big Money Monday, so if you have not done so already, drop us a text. Just need your first name and a number 1 through 9.
So on Friday, I was out giving away a pair of tickets to a couple pair of tickets to our show.
Yeah,
over in Hardyville. Right? Yeah, Hardyville. I was at Patel's Liquors,
Mm-hmm.
and this crazy looking guy comes up, almost like Doc Brown out of Back to the Future, like squeals into the parking lot, jumps out. He's got a Fu Manchu, like Hulk Hogan Fu Manchu, wearing like a garage, like a mechanic shirt, right?
Yeah.
I forget, Precision something, whatever.
Okay.
Other side, Mark. So he walks up to me and he goes, Marshall. I'm like, yes, Doc Brown from Back to the Future. He goes, I'm Salsa Mark. Salsa Mark texts us all the time.
Yeah.
We've shared his stories on a lot of our call-in segments. Salsa Mark has lived a life.
Yes, he has.
I got a chance to meet him.
Yeah.
Very cool guy. Very cool guy. Hung out for a while, and then he's like, okay, I'll see you later. I'm like, all right, man. Sounds good. Have a great night. 15 minutes, Salsa Mark comes back, and he has a jar this big, and he's like, I want you to try some of my salsa. This is the sweet and spicy. It's habanero salsa.
Yeah.
It's got something sweet, a nice little sweet kicker in it. I have not tried it yet, but I do have a jar of Salsa Mark salsa. Very excited to try it.
Yeah, I got some a while back. Yeah, it's unlike any salsa I've ever tasted before because there's definitely a kick to it. But I mean, it is got this sweetness that you're like, this is delightful. It's not something I ever expected, and it's really good.
Let's see. Charles goes, there are aliens. I've seen them through the sunglasses Roddy Piper gave me. Right? One of my favorite films right there.
I watched that movie just a couple of years ago, because it's been a while since I watched it, and it was like on demand somewhere, and I'm like, so good. He needed to be in more movies. He was in another one, was it Hell Comes to Frogtown? Plays a character named like Sam Hell. I don't remember.
I'm not familiar with that
I
one.
watched it years ago. But he needed to do some more movies. It's too bad that he didn't. Here's my Roddy Piper story. Never actually met the guy, but I got to interview him at one time. There was going to be a wrestling show in Illinois. This is around the time when I was not wrestling as much, but had wrestled. So I was doing an interview with Piper, and I was going to be on the card wrestling at this event.
Mm-hmm.
And Piper's like, I hear you're wrestling at this event as well. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm wrestling at and he was super cool, super great interview. And he goes, all right, well, I'm doing Piper's Pit at this event. You're going to come down with me for Piper's Pit. I'm like, yes, I am. And he goes, I'm going to come down and be your second. I'm going to come down when you wrestle. I'm going to be in your corner. I'm like, yes. This event was canceled. It never happened.
What?
Dude, I was so bummed because, it's like talk about just the little kid in me being so excited. Because, Piper has always been one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
Not only was he just a cool-ass guy to interview and talk to, but when he's like, you're coming down with me, I'm coming down with you. It's going to be a great event. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Week prior got canceled.
Why did it get canceled?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I was talk about just utter disappointment being destroyed. Because, it's like your chance to not only meet, one of your favorite wrestlers ever, but be involved in a show with them. And for that to be canceled it sucked.
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude.
That was a bummer. But Piper, my one interview with him, we talked for like a half an hour. Just super cool guy.
What did Piper pass away from?
Heart attack, I think. Dude did all the drugs back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a story Ric Flair told of Ric Flair was going, where'd they go? I don't remember where they went. Puerto Rico or something, where Flair was NWA champion. And him and Piper were like best of friends back in the day. And he's like, send Piper with me. I want, there's stories about being rough in the wrestling industry in Puerto Rico. So Piper went. Supposedly, he was basically just paid in a big freaking pot of cocaine. And the story was he was just high and snorting coke the whole time. So yeah, back in the day, unfortunately, Piper did all the drugs, and it finally caught up to him. I remember it's one of those weird things. Trapped was in town playing Barrel House South the day Piper died. I don't know why that stands out to me, but I remember hearing about Piper's death at the Trap show.
What's the text number? My phone ate it or something. Oh, it's I almost gave you my cell phone number. We haven't had phones in a while. The phone number here to the radio station is 1-800-394-1061. Thank you, Tony. It's in the chat.
Yeah, that's also the text.
Yeah. Let's see. Thomas, Tony, thank you guys for sharing your bucket list items. Elaine as well. Thank you for sharing your bucket list items once again. We're going to get to that here in about 10 minutes or so. We're going back on the air in about 30. We'll talk about our 20th anniversary show. Tickets are flying out the door. You need to buy them if you haven't already. Morning, Jeremy. How are you, buddy? Holly, I saw that you wrote number 7. For Big Money Monday, text us that. We take it just directly from the text line. So the number is down below. Just take that number and then just text your first name and then that number.
I just saw the first line of Thomas's post. Get to that in a second. Hold on. We'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It is great to be back after taking last week off. Get on that stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Coming up this weekend, finally here, man, on Saturday, the 20th anniversary show, Trustees Garden, of course, teamed up with Connect Savannah. We got Puddle of Mud, Filter Sponge, 2 great local bands, Lilac and Whaleboat. We hung out with the guys in Whaleboat. Yep. On Saturday, downtown Savannah. They played. They're awesome. They're actually going to kick off the show this Saturday. Doors at noon. Whaleboat goes on at 2 o'clock. It is going to be so much fun, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah, and we got great sponsors, too, that we want to say thank you to, including Lurch Law Firm, Corona Extra, Two-Lane Golden Lager, Funky Buddha. They're going to have their seltzers out there. Kia Country. Kia Country. Need a car? You go see Kia Country. Coke, Monster, Bojangles. Lots of food out there, too, man. Emperors. I can't wait for the show. I'm excited for it, but also as one of the people behind the show, because we are self-producing the show. This isn't something that's just getting, brought to us. You, me, A-Dub, the entire crew here at Dick Broadcasting, we're all putting the show on together, including our friends at Connect Savannah. Yeah. We've been working hard on this one.
Yes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You got to get your tickets now. You get them at etix.com. You can also get them on the website, rock1061.com. If you want the schedule for the show, it is now posted up on the website. Like we said, Whaleboat's going to kick it off at 2, Lilac 3:15, Sponge 4:30, Filter 6:15, and then we wrap it up with Puddle of Mud at 8:15, and it kicks off just a great year of concerts in the Low Country and Coastal Empire. So a big thank you to everybody who's already gotten tickets, but get your tickets now. 20th anniversary show is this Saturday. Tickets at etix.com. Also, rock1061.com. Coming up top of the 7 o'clock hour, we're going to take your calls, comments, and texts. It's a simple one today, man. What is on your bucket list? We want to know what you want to do with your life. 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list? Call, comment, and text now. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Let's see. Charles, thank you so much for sharing your bucket list items. David says, is there fireworks after? Nope. July 3rd. Day early. You're more than welcome to stay at the venue overnight and then to the next night, and then we will and then fireworks will happen. Downtown is going to shoot off fireworks for the 4th of July this year. They've confirmed that. Yep. Our friends over there, so super exciting to have fireworks back even. They didn't do fireworks last year, right?
No. Everything got shut down, man.
No one celebrated America.
So there's no, they're doing fireworks, but there's not going to be the traditional vendors and music and all of that. Yeah, it's basically just the fireworks.
Yeah.
And then hopefully next year we get back to the insanity that is 4th of July on River Street, because it is insanity.
Yeah. All right, guys. Once again, we're asking you guys, what's on your bucket list? What's some stuff you want to do before you kick the literal bucket? Go ahead and share those with us on the chat. Once again, thank you, Elaine, Thomas, Tony, Charles. Thank you so much from the chat for sharing your stories, what you want to do. What did Thomas say about Ric Flair?
So where's that at? My stepmom's dad used to sell briefcases of cocaine to Ric Flair. There's pictures of her sitting on Ric Flair's lap with 2 briefcases on the table. One was coke. One was money for that. One with money for what that is currently serving 50 years of prison. Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that's awesome. That's a great story.
Oh, wait. So
basically, stepmom's dad sold coke to Ric Flair, and there's a photo.
And he's currently serving 50 years in prison?
Yeah.
Oof. But, I mean, he sold cocaine to Ric Flair.
I know. That's a great story.
Great story. You can only tell it so many times when you're in jail for 50 years, though.
Gibby's bucket list. That's good. Play bass on stage and get paid more than $50 for doing it.
Yep, got that down. Another one from A-Dub here. We'll throw that on there. Yeah, I got a good smattering of a bucket list items. So give her a few more minutes, guys. If you haven't already, and you just want to call us and throw us your bucket list items, feel free to call us up 1-800-394-1061. We'd love to take your phone call this morning. Let us know what is on your bucket list, thing you want to get done before you die. I think the entire staff of DBC may die after our 20th anniversary show. It's gonna be a long day, a long couple of days. Those days, yeah.
Yeah, like Jake and Nick are basically driving artists around.
Yeah,
for a day and a half.
Yeah,
you want to hit the drive-thru at McDonald's? That's their gig. Hop in the car, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, so we talked about. I don't know if we ever did a bit on air, but we talked about what we're elite at. I think that's something those two dudes are very good at. Like, they are elite at getting through a fast food joint quickly and securely and without any issues.
Jake's got that down.
Yeah.
We need to figure out the schedule as to when bands are going to be there so we can put together the schedule for backstage interviews.
I'm not going to lie. That sounds like a you thing.
That's fine.
You just tell me. I've already started doing some prep work on interviews with questions and everything. And then the stream, we're all set. I sat down with Tim.
Perfect.
When did we go? Last Friday. We went and did a walkthrough. And then he actually bought a brand new board for us. Well, actually, it was for him, but he's allowing us to use it.
Okay, cool.
So we have a USB board. So we're going to set up and test Friday. So there'll be a random live on Friday, I'm guessing probably around lunchtime, that you guys will probably see pop up.
Okay.
But yeah.
A-Dub, let's talk today and kind of figure out when the bands are going to be in. I know they're all flying in Friday, so they'll all be around on Saturday. Just got to figure out times so we can get that worked out. Or, I mean, I guess I have contact for everybody, too. I can just reach out to them. I'll reach out to them. Never mind. Oh, update on Cake. Cake update.
I don't know. We were currently at 7, and then we had Monday would have been 8, and then we have those 4 days, so that's 12. Today will be 13, so we're at 12. Sorry, I was doing math. It took a really long time for me to figure that out. All right, I'll update it. 12.
So 12 today. Here's the great part about this, guys. We're gonna catch back up because we were at 20 before we had to reset. Marshall is out next week. So that's another 5 gimme days. So you know what? It'll be close to 30 before we know it. Salsa Marshall, did you have the guts to try my stuff?
I haven't yet. I have not yet. Robert, how you doing? What's up, Bobo? No, I have not tried his salsa yet. Tell him I didn't, unfortunately.
Not yet, but he will.
Thomas gives us some kudos there. No official. So officially, thank you to DBC Crew and Cotter and Marshall for the return of live music. Yeah, that's us. No big deal. Also, just in case you missed it last week, 2 more shows got announced at Victory North. Obviously, we had Candlebox last Tuesday. Candlebox announced last Tuesday, 10 a.m. And then randomly, they like to announce shows without really giving me a heads up sometimes. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when they were going to announce it. We have Living Color and Hoobastank.
That's cool.
One half of the Summerland tour. They're touring with Everclear and some other guys. But they're swinging in for a quick show like on a Monday. That's going to be in August. So we'll have tickets for all these shows. But we're going to pretend like they don't exist until our show's over with, guys. So.
And then Adelita's Way is back?
And then Adelita's Way. So Adelita's Way was going to do a show at the Masquerade in Atlanta.
Okay.
But for some reason, the support band they had with them backed out.
Oh.
So they were like, okay. So and something happened at the Masquerade where the show pretty much just straight up got canceled. So they were like, well, if we're in Georgia, or if we're going to be in Georgia, can we come back to, Victory North in Savannah? And, the guys over at Filthy Nasty Productions who we're, really close with, they're like, hell yeah. So they hit me up. They're like, hey, the guys want to come back. I'm like, oh, that sounds great. And then like 3 minutes later, hey, they're coming back. Here's the date. Here's the time. Here's the announce. I'm like, okay, cool. So
yeah, that'd be cool because they didn't get to do a full show when they did that first one. It was a socially distanced show.
Yeah, it was like a 250 person capacity show, and I even had Charles from the Horde hit me up. He's like, dude, is there an opener that you know of? I'm like, dude, I didn't even know it was getting announced. I was barely given a heads up like an hour ago.
So yeah, so it'll be cool. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All of a sudden, just the shows are coming.
Yeah. Did you see that ZZ Top was playing the Civic Center? Yes, we do. Yeah,
I may buy tickets for that. I love ZZ Top.
I saw them once at the House of Blues in Las Vegas. Didn't care for them.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't that great live.
Oh my God. I mean, I saw them. Crap. It was might have been before I got into radio. So I mean, it's been decades. Because they did a song. Pauly Shore had the movie In the Army Now, or In the Army, whatever. So they had a song in the soundtrack. So Pauly Shore was at the show in Peoria to film the video for that song.
Okay.
So he came out in the beginning, kind of introed him. They played the song a couple times, and they filmed filmed it all. And so I thought they were great. I love ZZ Top. I'm like, I brought it up to my wife because it's during the week when she's back teaching with school, and I'm like, I want to buy tickets. I want to go to the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
they just weren't that great.
That sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away by ZZ Top. Like it's cool. I got to say, oh, I saw ZZ Top once. I don't think I would rush back to see them live anytime.
That sucks. Yeah. I really want to go. They're another one of those bands to where you forget how many songs they have. It's like you could sit through a whole show and be like, I know every single one of these damn songs.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know why I didn't really care for them specifically. It was it had to have been 7-8 years ago at this point when I last saw them, but yeah, it's been definitely a minute. All right, well, we're within like 5-ish minutes, 6 minutes.
Yeah, we got about 5. Yeah.
How do you want to run?
We've got that kind of the list.
Okay.
So we can start with that. I think that's a good place to start. That's pretty easy.
So let's start with the list.
We can basically do the whole first break as the list.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. And then we can save ours even.
And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 on the chat that I have saved.
There was one on Facebook I got. So.
Yeah, I'm sure Salsa Mark will probably throw one in if he's listening already. There we go. Go 10-1 on the list?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, guys, once again, we're going to jump into our call-in segment. If you have something on your bucket list that you want to share with us, just let us know, and we'll go ahead and share that with you here in just a little bit. Share everyone's items on the bucket list. But go ahead and drop your comments into the stream today, no matter whether you're watching from Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. I get them all right here. So go ahead and share your bucket list items, stuff you want to do before you die, and then we'll share those live on the air here in just a little bit.
Cool. AW, I'll just hit up the contacts I have for each band and get that set up. And then we need to figure out a time we want to get a Horde photo.
Yeah, I think we just do that more towards later in the day. I was thinking about that too. Probably want to.
We'll do it before it gets dark.
Well, that won't be till 8:30.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the show will be.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I mean, I think we may try to do it in between. I was thinking of doing it in between Sponge and Filter, but it really depends on our interview schedule that day. So once you have that kind of laid in, we can share something. But I would say right now, all Horde members who are attending the show will tentatively schedule a time for us all to meet up and do a big group photo. I have Horde member Sean sent me a picture of his head because he wanted to be represented. He couldn't come to the show because he lives in Minnesota. So if I get time, I'm either going to make a big head or just have I'm going to print out a picture and just hold it up of Sean's head.
I love it. Tony, I was so productive last week during these hours. I even got a Fitbit, and it's currently alerting me my hourly productivity has declined. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to bring your productivity to a screeching halt.
Just remember, on the second half of the hour, we're doing Big Money Monday. If you haven't texted in already, make sure to text in your first name and number between 1 and 9. And hopefully we'll give away money again for Big Money Monday. We had a streak of like a month and a half where we didn't give away anything. And then last week, boom, we are back. I love it. Gave away $50 to Mike.
Mike, he grabbed the video of your song and dance, and very appreciative of it. He posted that up, I believe, on his
nice
his Instagram. I follow him on Instagram, and he had posted that up and thought that was pretty awesome. So,
well, this week I may have some new moves. Oh, Holly, thanks for sharing. I want to go on a cruise and just fly you like anywhere.
I had there's I think it's still there out at the Savannah airport. There's a company where you can fly a plane, and they were advertised for a little bit with us. And it was one of those things that I never knew was on a bucket list, but man, going out there and flying a plane, awesome. So much fun. We ended up getting that for my kid's 16th birthday, maybe. Yeah, I think 16th, 18th, I don't remember. But that was just a super cool experience. All right, got about a minute and a half. Once again, call, comment, and text what's on your bucket list.
I'm just getting everything ready over here for this.
All right, got about 30 seconds. We'll start with this top 10 list. Did a survey of what people wanted to do on their bucket list. So we'll run this down, and then we'll tell your stories, take your calls.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Holly and Jeremy, for also sharing your bucket list items.
All right, guys, be right back. What's on your bucket list? We want your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. Going to get to your stories here shortly. Don't forget, get on the stream. Join the Horde. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, you can download the app. You can listen to us there. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Also, check us out at rock1061.com. Now, in a recent poll, Americans were asked, what's on their bucket list? We've got the top 10 results. We're going to run down this list, and then, of course, tell your stories, tell ours, what's on your bucket list. Number 10, it's actually like 10, 11, 12, and 13. There's a bunch of different things on here. One, start your own business. 15% of people want to do that. 13% of us want to meet a specific celebrity.
Probably not worth it.
Usually not.
No.
I'm trying to think. Not that I've had overly bad experiences with celebrities. Most of them have been positive.
Right.
But especially if it's like a meet and greet situation at a concert, they usually just like, hey, shake a hand, take a photo, and you're out the door.
Right.
I'm trying to think if anybody just really stood out. Slash. I got to interview Slash at Welcome to Rockville. Go backstage. It was just a 10-minute interview, hanging out like in his trailer. That guy was super chill. That was a lot of fun.
I don't think he has any other butt chill. I don't think Slash acts any other way, but that's very cool to hear.
12% want to go to a specific concert. 12% hope to write a novel someday. That's too much.
No one wants to do that.
My kid does. My kid has written a book and a half. First book's done.
Sick flex.
I'm just
Your
saying.
kid's smart. All right, cool.
10% of us want to invent something.
That would be awesome, but I've never had an aha moment when it came to
right.
Yeah, when it came to like every time I'm like, I need something to fix this. I'll Google it, and then someone's already thought of it. So I just imagine I'll never be able to invent anything.
Yeah, at this point in time, I mean, there's always going to be new inventions. There's always going to be something new. But yeah, I mean, if you come up with the idea, chances are it's already been done. At this point in time, you're just improving on products, maybe.
If I could make a ray gun where it just like toasted toast really fast, like if I could just point a gun at a piece of toast and it would just toast, I think that would be my idea. But how do you do that? I don't know.
All right, get this top 10 list of people's bucket list items. Number 9, 17% of people want to have kids.
Well, that's a tough one.
I don't know. Why is that to me, that's not a bucket list item. Right? I mean,
for a lot of people, is an accident item.
I mean, if you want to have kids. I don't know. Bucket list to me.
Well, you should find someone that also wants to have kids.
Well, no, that helps.
Yes,
that's a plus.
No, it's kind of mandatory because if it's
But I mean, is that a bucket list item to you? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think bigger, guys. Number 8, learn another language.
I tried. It's hard.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of time, a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the time commitment. It's just really hard. My brain wasn't wrapping around it. I mean, I should try again, but it's very difficult to learn another language. It's one of those things that I wish I would have taken a language class instead of an art class in high school.
Sure.
Maybe my brain would have wrapped around it easier then, but now I'm so old, I'm like, I don't get this.
Number 7 on this list of people's bucket list is get married. 22% of people want to get married.
Oh, once again, you can group that in with having kids. That's not necessary. Once again, think bigger.
No, I agree. And I mean, even now, my wife and I have talked, it's like, yeah, we've been married. It'll be 22 years this year. We've even talked now, though, looking back, would we have wasted the money on a wedding? Would we just eloped or even just not gotten married at this point in time? Would it have mattered? I don't know. I think a lot of emphasis is put on marriage unnecessarily.
Right.
I don't know. Is that weird?
You're weird. No,
but I mean, does it make sense?
It sounded like you and your wife had a divorce talk and you didn't get it.
No, there was no divorce talk. It was just looking at it going.
It sounded like she said, I don't know if I really wanted to get married back then. And you're like, yeah, why did we get married? And it was like one sentence away from, we shouldn't be married.
I've said that for years. She's going to wake up one morning, look at me and go, what the hell did I do?
I think she's had this conversation multiple times and you're just so dumb you never got it.
Number 6 on this list, change someone's life for the better.
Okay, like that's a great idea and like bucket list item and thought, but how do you do that?
I don't know.
What are you, Mr. Warbucks? Just
That's
throwing
it.
cash around?
That's it. I mean, if you're going to really improve on someone's life, 9 times out of 10, it's going to take some cash.
What if it's just like paying for the person's food that's behind you in line? Like I've done that before.
Did
I do good?
Do
I deserve a pat on the back?
Is that changing someone's life for the better?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's a really good sandwich.
All right, this is the top 10 bucket list items from a recent survey of about 7,000 people. Number 5 on this list: own your own home.
It's true.
You don't rent if you can't. I mean, if you got to rent. If you can buy your own home, though, buy your own home.
Yeah, and then at that point, just start stacking properties.
Number 4, see one of the natural wonders like the Northern Lights or Grand Canyon.
Really?
I got no desire to see the Grand Canyon.
The other natural wonders I think are way cooler than the Grand Canyon. Want to see a giant hole in the ground? Yep, there it is. But I mean, like the Christ Redeemer,
yes.
whatever the other, like the Egypt, or excuse me, the pyramids in Egypt.
Right.
Those are incredible.
Right.
The hole in the ground? Really?
Number 3, achieve a wealth goal like paying off student debt. It's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
When number 3 on this list of bucket list items,
paying a credit card,
paying off student debt. I feel so bad. I feel bad for my kids. I never experienced the student debt thing. I dropped out.
Yep.
Both of my kids going to have, student debt when they're done.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I never had to experience it. It just sucks. And it sucks more that that's number 3 on a bucket list.
Yeah, it really is. Number 2, travel to an exotic location, which I think the majority of people, even me, I mean, I have this on my list.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is the first one on this list of things that is a true bucket list item.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree with that. And number 1, lose weight or get healthier. Once again, not a bucket list thing.
Well, this is like an item to avoid kicking the bucket.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, try not to die before I get to the rest of the stuff. That's what I'm trying to shoot for, man, every day.
All right, call, comment, and text. What is on your bucket list? 800-394-1061. Going to get to your stories after Royal Blood. Here's Typhoons, Cotter, and Marshall. Rock 1061.
All right, guys, thank you so much once again for sharing your bucket list items. Oh, well, look, there's Sean. What's going on, man?
Hey, Sean. Oh, that's awesome. Sean, thank you for the suggestions on the grill. I went with one of the ones on your list.
Is it bucket list item for you?
That's owning a grill.
Owning a grown-up grill?
Yes. All right, guys, got a call. I'm going to take this real quick. Rock 1061, hello.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Meredith.
Hey, Meredith, how's it going?
Crazy. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to
So
you.
On my bucket list is my 10-year anniversary in Hawaii. I want to be at Willie Nelson's house, watching him play with Jack Johnson. Rob Zombie might be there. Matthew McConaughey naked on the bongos, and a lot of beautiful, beautiful Maui Wowie.
Oh, I love the thought you put into this.
Wow.
This is a bucket list item. I love this.
I mean, it's a big wish, but you know what? If it happens, I'll let y'all know.
What if, how about we consolidate this bucket list item? Because it seems a little bit out there. But let's just say it's just Cotter naked in the woods playing bongos near a campfire. Will that do anything for you?
I've already been in that situation with people, and I don't like it.
Cotter, you dirty dog.
Hey, you never know. You never know what went down.
Not with Cotter. Not with Cotter.
When's the 10th anniversary? How much time do we have to make this happen?
We haven't, Willie's it would be his 100th birthday.
Okay.
So we're there.
Okay. I like this. This is perfect.
It's good stuff.
So we got some time.
We got some time.
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
All right, guys.
thank you for the call.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks, Meredith.
See you, Meredith. See, that's a bucket list item.
What,
never gonna happen.
Hanging out in the woods with you naked?
You're welcome.
Well, that. I feel like that's very doable.
Oh, we can make that happen.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to save that for the third break then? Obviously, we're 90 seconds out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you want to work this break? Do you want to start?
Yeah, I can start.
Start yours, and then I'll do stream comments, and then we can end with that one on
I got a real
Facebook. That
quick
was
one.
from Tessie, I think.
Tessie, yeah. Let's see. Elaine, the charcoal grill you posted. No, that was the grill I've had for the past, 11, 12 years. So we grilled out one last time on it. The new grill arrives this Thursday between the awesome window of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. That's what they gave me.
I mean, that's technically Wednesday. The entirety of Wednesday. What, Home Depot?
Yes, Home Depot.
Kudos to
No, on
the
Thursday.
Depot.
It comes in on Thursday. But yeah, 6 a to 8 p is the window they gave me. But I'm excited about it. It has a separate, because my wife is a pescatarian. She eats fish. My youngest daughter is a vegetarian. So it has the grill side, and it has like a separate griddle side.
Mm-hmm.
So I can cook whatever they want to eat at the same time and make it nice and easy. So that's exciting. All right, guys, be right back. We're taking your calls, comments, and texts today. 800-394-1061. What is on your bucket list. We found a survey of about 7,000 people who put together the top 10 list of what they said. And most of these items on this list, I don't consider true bucket list type items. They're just stuff you do in life. To me, a bucket list item is something that, you're not going to do just on an average day.
Right.
You really have to go out of your way to make that happen.
Yeah, like losing a few pounds or paying off your student debt shouldn't be bucket list items.
No, not at all. Some of my bucket list items, I want to visit Australia. I've only left this country once. I went to the Bahamas. I was like 5 years old. I do not remember it.
Was your parents trying to sell you or something?
My dad probably at that
Here's
point.
a nice white baby.
At that point in time, my dad probably would have sold me for weed.
Yeah.
Now my dad would still probably sell me for weed.
He'd probably just sell you for a case of Natty Lights.
So I've never left the country outside of that, and I don't remember it. Australia. Why? I don't know. It sounds awesome.
Because they speak English there.
That makes it easier.
Yep, right?
No arguments.
Yeah, I know why you're doing that.
The other place I want to visit, Ireland, specifically, I want to have a Guinness in a true Irish pub.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
I've done that.
It's
awesome.
It's probably the most touristy thing you can do as an American going to Ireland. I don't even need to visit Guinness. I don't care. I want to go to a true Irish pub, sit down at the bar, and have a Guinness.
Okay. It's cash only.
That's fine.
Heads up.
I got to make that happen. Now, because, I have heard a Guinness in Ireland tastes way different than it does in the United States.
It does taste different. I can confirm that fact. 100%.
I heard it's like way better.
It's very similar, but it does taste different. I mean, it's not like it's two different products, but it does taste slightly different. It's fresher. Yeah, obviously,
it's true. So that's another one. And then I've wanted to do this forever. I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I've never done it. I've never taken the time to do it. I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Now, as a guy who's never rode a motorcycle, like a legit motorcycle, I've rode like dirt bikes and stuff. I can just imagine it's just like that. It's super easy.
Yeah, I mean, I can drive, a stick shift when it comes to a car. I've never gotten on a motorcycle to where I was in charge.
You ever rode a dirt bike before?
No, never. Huh. So that's I want to.
So you never smuggled drugs over the Mexico-U.S. border before?
Well, no.
Me neither. Me neither. Were you asking me that?
No,
I've never done that.
Good. I'm very proud of you. But those, just three simple things. I mean, it's I want to go to Australia, have that Guinness in an Irish pub, and I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Speaking of that Guinness in an Irish pub, A-Dub hit us up on the stream today. Kind of the same thought process. He wants to visit Ireland, the Scottish Castle trip, and play some golf there as well. We also got some other ones. Man, I love this one from Charles. When it comes to the bucket list items, Cotter.
Yes.
Charles may have the best one.
Okay.
All right, so he goes, I have a busy day, so here's my bucket list. 1, I hope to retire before they cremate me, which I think is a bucket list item we can all agree with, right?
Yes.
Number 2, kill a deer with a spear.
Dude.
Really caveman that stuff. I love that.
That is awesome.
Right?
I mean, what type... so is he making the spear? Is he purchasing a spear?
Knowing Charles, because we do know Charles here,
true.
member of the Horde, I would definitely say Charles would make the spear.
I can see him chucking a spear right through an animal. I mean, he just that much power behind it.
It's right. like
it just goes through the animal.
Incredible. It doesn't stop there. He would also like to invent a time machine to go see Pantera on the Vulgar Display Tour, which is a great bucket list item.
It's great.
Yes.
Inventing something was on that list of that people came up with.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. I got another one here from Tony. She goes, obviously travel everywhere. My biggest ones are go to Katmai, Alaska. I think that's how you say it.
Okay.
To watch the Bears during salmon season. If you want to see the Bears fail at catching anything, especially football, just watch a Chicago Bears game on the air. She goes, I also want to stay at a lodge. I think it's called the Imufufue Lodge, and watch the elephants stroll through and watch them dine. It sounds like she just wants to watch animals eat. You can literally do that on the Discovery Channel, Tony. Just heads up.
Tessie hit us up on Facebook. Hot air balloon ride, and I want to ride an ostrich.
I don't think you can ride an ostrich. Like, I've seen it done, but you're not supposed to.
Well, I mean, if nobody's looking.
Well, technically, you can do a lot of things if no one's looking, Cotter.
That's a great point.
I don't think there's saddles for ostriches that you're supposed to ride them.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list? Got a great call from Meredith. It involves marijuana and a naked Matthew McConaughey.
And possibly Cotter.
Yeah, you never know. That's coming up next. Stick around, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Let's see. Tony says Harley has a weekend class. It is not overly expensive, and they provide the bike. There you go, Cotter.
Yeah, I've looked into that. I want to do it.
Sean, my bucket list involves not going to Ireland. Oh, wait. Sorry. Going to Ireland, too. Sorry. I read that too quick.
Back, so we were talking about meeting celebrities. Rudy, you guys are kind of celebrities. Meeting you was So we are kind of like celebrities. Kind of is the best way.
Oh, I was hanging out at so on Saturday night, I was hanging out at my neighbor's house. It was his kid's birthday, and we were hanging out, and he had a couple people there that didn't really know me, but when they found out who I was, I introduced myself, and they asked me what I did, and they put two and two together. Oh my God, you're Marshall from Rock 106.1? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, we listen to the morning show. I'm like, oh, that's really awesome, thank you. And then like before they left, they're like, well, it was nice hanging out with a celebrity, and I'm like, oh no. And then, like, I felt like they said it a couple more times. Like, I feel like they kind of meant it. Either that or they're just patronizing me.
Yeah.
But long story short, it's weird to even be called that.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It's something I'm not overly comfortable with when it does happen, because I am like, do I need to eat like a habanero now to entertain you? Is that what you're expecting of me now?
I keep a few in my pocket at all times.
You never know.
Yeah, I call it my pepper pouch.
You met Cotter. How was it? Didn't eat anything hot. He was a douche.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why if you ever see me in public, you're like, is Marshall wearing a fanny pack? Yeah, I just keep peppers in there. And if I meet someone, I give them a pepper. And we just both eat one. They're like, I can't believe it, man. I ate a habanero Marshall. I was going to start doing that. I mean, I already do that. Morning,
hey,
Wanda.
Wanda, you were missed as well. Oh, let me edit. Guys, got to be right back. I got to edit this call up real quick. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Cotter was just editing up that phone call, so we're good to go when we go back on the air. Obviously, I'll jump on first, and then we'll play the call, or do you want to leave the call for last?
Let's end on the call.
Okay.
Call's pretty solid.
Do you have anything?
I got nothing else.
Okay. Here, I'll shoot you a couple things.
Okay.
How much time we got?
We still have 4 minutes.
Morning, Mamacita. Nice to have you, Sandy. Back on the chat. Back on the live stream. All right, check your email. You should be good to go there.
All right. Dennis, what 2 continents do you have left to visit? That's awesome. So do you want to start with yours? Me read these 3 that you had?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Do you have any more as well after this?
I mean, I have 6 that I could mention.
You could do yours, come back and do these real quick. If there's any good ones that you have, and then we could wrap up with the call. Any other ones you want to hit on?
Nah, just do those 3.
And then
so
hit the
I'll
call?
do me, you do those, and then hit the call. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Once again, guys, thanks for hanging out. Big Money Monday coming up here in just a few moments after we do this next break. We're back on the air here at Rock 106.1 in Savannah in about 2.5 minutes. We'll wrap up our call-in segment. Thank you so much. Coming out strong this week. Great topic, and, of course, great stuff from you guys. Couldn't do it without you, so we do appreciate you filling in that stuff. Dennis has never been to Australia and Antarctica. There you go.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Sean mentioned he wants to go to the Isle of Man TT races. I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar?
I am not.
Started in 1959.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's like bike racing, but they go 200 miles an hour.
Holy crap.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, and they, like, speed through these towns, dude. It's wild. Oh, my God. Okay, I get it, Sean. I get it. Right, you are correct, man. Yeah, I remember Metallica. It was the year previous to the pandemic. 19 is when Metallica went to Antarctica and did that show in, like, that snow globe type, like, joint. I think they, like, just recorded it or live streamed it that day. It's pretty cool.
I got about 45 seconds.
Speaking of 45 seconds, do you guys know about our 20th anniversary concert with Puddle of Mud, Filter, and Sponge? If you haven't heard about it, you probably want to go. Go buy yourself some tickets. Rock1061.com.
And Ada pointed out earlier, there'll be no box office the day of, so you have to buy them online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could buy them on your phone when you show up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. We are taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning, 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list? Got a great call from Meredith coming up. Don't forget, jump on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join the horde. You can watch the show each and every morning. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. But once again, call, comment, and text, 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list?
All right, so I got a couple here I want to share. First and foremost, it's kind of morbid. I want to find a dead body. Like, stand by me. I want to walk down the train tracks.
Okay.
I want to find the dead body.
All
I want
right.
to call it in. I want that experience. Almost found one once. I was out very late night drinking. My friend, not drinking, was driving me back to my hotel, and we found this person in the middle of the road. Still alive, which was nice to find out, but definitely didn't hit the check mark of finding a dead body on my bucket list.
I don't know. I'm out. Don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it?
No, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, check out this next one. Cotter, I want to become best friends with a giraffe. Okay? Hear me out. Shut up. Shut up. Stop giving me that look. Giraffes are awesome.
Okay.
Okay? They're awesome.
Okay.
And actually, that's an animal I think you could ride. Not an ostrich.
I
just want to become best friends with her. Honestly, if I had enough room, I'd put a giraffe in my backyard.
So
if I could afford a giraffe, I'd have a giraffe.
So you're not talking like, where you have a pet. So this isn't a pet giraffe. This is like you and the giraffe hanging
No,
out.
we cohabitate.
Just being bros.
Yeah, we cohabitate. We just bro down.
Okay.
And it's just
All
like
right.
it's like guys being dudes all weekend. Like we're smoking weed, we're drinking beers out in the back. Like I pour him obviously like a kiddie pool full of beer.
Yeah.
Like I just want to like become best friends with a giraffe.
All right, why not?
I want to hang out, but also I want time away too because I want to miss each other. So that's on my bucket list. I want to become best friends with a giraffe. One more, and this is maybe the most normal one. And I have plans on doing it very, very soon. Traveling to Australia and New Zealand. I got some friends in New Zealand, or excuse me, in Australia that I want to see, and I just want to go to New Zealand because it's right there.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's my travel one. But yeah, dead body, best friends with the giraffe, travel to New Zealand.
All right, call, comment, and text.
Easy.
800-394-1061. One of those is very manageable. You can get to Australia and New Zealand.
Now I feel like I could find.
Maybe while
What?
you're in Australia and New Zealand, you find the dead body and you become best friends with the giraffe.
Maybe.
All in one trip.
Yeah, so maybe my bucket list is just go to New Zealand.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Are there giraffes in New Zealand?
I'm just going to go ahead and say yes.
Okay.
Yes, why not?
And
Probably not. Everything's poisonous there. They're probably all dead.
For this story, there are. They're rabid, but they're there. All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list? Elaine commented, learn how to weld. That does sound like a cool thing to know how to do.
I learned that I actually had a welding class in high school.
Okay. Could you weld something right now if you had the tools?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 20 years since I've welded last, but honestly, I think I could pick it up pretty. Yeah, we learned how to stick weld in high school, and we made all sorts of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thomas chimed in. My bucket list of everything I wanted to do between 18 and 40 that I couldn't do because I was raising children. Now it's on. Man, between 18 and 40, that could be some crazy stuff that you now have to make up for.
Yeah.
Can your body handle the crazy stuff that your 18-year-old self wanted to get done?
He's just going to start early in the morning.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because I mean, after all those kids, you're probably waking up 6 a.m. every day.
Lots of naps.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wrap up your craziness by 5 p.m. So I mean, good luck.
All right, Gibby said bucket list item: play bass on stage and get paid more than $50 doing it.
Is it just him?
I don't know. He's just a bass solo.
Yeah, it's just like him doing Paul Rudd, like slap at a bass man, and it's just him doing a Paul Rudd impression. I'll pay you $51 for that. Let's get that one off your list, Gibby.
We got this covered. We'll make this happen. All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What's on your bucket list? Had an absolutely great call from Meredith.
On my bucket list is my 10-year anniversary in Hawaii. I want to be at Willie Nelson's house, watching him play with Jack Johnson. Rob Zombie might be there. Matthew McConaughey naked on the bongos, and a lot of beautiful, beautiful Maui Wowie.
Oh, I love the thought you put into this. Wow. This is a bucket list item. I love this.
I mean, it's a big wish, but you know what? If it happens, I'll let y'all know.
What if, how about we consolidate this bucket list item? Because it seems a little bit out there. But let's just say it's just Cotter naked in the woods playing bongos near a campfire. Will that do anything for you?
I've already been in that situation with people, and I don't like it.
Cotter, you dirty dog.
You never know. What went down?
Not with Cotter.
When's the 10th anniversary? How much time do we have to make this happen?
We haven't, Willie's it'd be his 100th birthday.
I'm a little offended how quickly she said not with Cotter.
Right.
I mean,
no, I think that was like kind of endearing. Like she's like, oh, not yet with Cotter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I took it.
This is something, you know what? If I could help somebody
right,
check something off their bucket list, I'm in.
I could just imagine the backwoods of Effingham County. Cotter's out there with Meredith, a little campfire, doing some s'mores, and then it's just naked Cotters playing the bongos.
You know what? If that's what it takes, count me in. I'm there. All right, coming up next, Big Money Monday. It is your chance to score a $50 Visa gift card. We got details on the way. Let you know how to partake. Right now, Glorious Sons. Here's SOS. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Juana says, they're doing the dumbest laws thing. Yeah, we could do that. It is illegal to tie up a giraffe in downtown Atlanta, says Tony. That's a fun fact. Didn't know that one.
Well, if you're bros, you're not tying up the giraffe.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
I'm not trying to, hold him down. Just trying to, I'm just, guys lifting guys. I'm trying to lift up his spirits. I'm going to tie him down. It's crazy. Magic 8 Ball, would a giraffe be my best friend? Don't count on it. What the hell, man? I haven't done anything to giraffes. Would a giraffe bro down with me for one weekend? Very doubtful. What the hell, Magic 8 Ball? Screw you, Magic 8 Ball. You don't know shit about me.
Elaine, Gibby said he can teach how to weld. There you go, making connections. Gibby also says giraffes are horrible smelling creatures. Horribly smelly creatures.
How would you know?
It's Gibby. I trust that he knows.
I just trust that he knows. That man's been around a giraffe or two. You haven't done anything to giraffes yet. I just want to hang out. I mean, giraffes are so cool, man. Honestly, so I was a member, not right now, but I was a member of the Jacksonville Zoo.
Yeah.
And you can go feed a giraffe. I've went and fed a giraffe half dozen times.
Oh, that's cool.
Still cool. Every time. All right, guys. Big Money Monday is coming up next. Big Money Monday. $50 gift card could be yours. All you have to do is text us 1-800-394-1061. Text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. I got pics of dead people if you want to send a few nonsense. Appreciate that. Now I gotta find one. 8 up.
Which list do you want to do first here? Foods to avoid or foods to enjoy on a first date?
Let's go worst or avoid foods.
Okay.
And then we'll do best, because I think we'll burn through that pretty quick.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard.
We can spend a few minutes or more time on the foods to avoid, because I definitely don't agree with some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would prefer to find a fresh-ish dead person, like preferably within the first couple days / hours.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, guys, be right back. We got Big Money Monday coming up in just minutes. This is your chance to score a $50 Visa gift card. All you got to do right now, if you want to play, is text us your first name along with the number 1 through 9. And coming up here in a bit, we're going to select one person to play Big Money Monday. Now, there was a new survey that came out, and it was talking about foods to eat and or avoid when going out on a first date. So we have a top 10 list of foods to avoid and the top 10 list of foods that people recommend or, say, here's something you can get on the first date. Let's start with foods you should avoid. Number 10, corn on the cob. And I get this because you don't want all that corn on the cob stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, it could be a messy situation. I agree. Corn on the cob, and it's just like a weird look for people just to yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would probably avoid corn on the cob on a first date.
Ribs at number 9. They're just messy. They're great, but they're really messy.
Yeah, no one wants. I mean, when it comes to the first date, you don't want to eat much. It's fine to eat a little bit.
Yeah,
but let alone eating ribs. You mean usually getting like a half a rat. That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and completely messy. You want to avoid that.
Number 8 on this list, prawns. Shrimp, basically. Is a prawn a shrimp, basically?
Yeah.
So, I mean, now if you got already like peeled shrimp, I think you're good to go. I mean, if you're getting where you have to rip off the head and peel it, yeah, you don't want that on it. You're just going to stink. It's going to make a mess. You don't want that on a first date.
No. The next one I don't agree with. Tuna steak.
What's bad about a tuna steak?
It's delightful.
It's great.
That person's going, wow, this person eats healthy, but also likes steak. I mean, this person's awesome.
No, I think that could totally be a first date food. I don't get that one at all. Number 6, I don't know. It depends on how the heat and spice your body reacts to it. Curry.
I guess it's the soupy portion of it. It's kind of like the slurping sound.
Okay.
You really don't want to see that or hear that at all, ever, most of the time. So, yeah, I get that.
Number 5 on this list is lobster. I think kind of like the prawns. I mean, if you just have a lobster tail, who cares? But if they're bringing out the whole lobster, where you have to like dig for the meat and try to find things where it's at.
But also, it's kind of a flex to like.
That's also true.
I'll have the lobster, please.
That's also true. Agree with that. Number 4, kind of like the prawns and the lobster, crab. I mean, if it's ready to go, fine. But if you have to crack everything open, it's just a mess.
Yeah, this next one, it shouldn't even be on the foods to avoid list.
I don't get this at all.
Sushi.
Come on.
Sushi is the sexiest of foods to eat, and maybe you're trying to get sexy with the person you're on a date with. Obviously, you're on a date. This is one of those foods that should be one of the foods you definitely want to eat.
Yeah, this is like it would be number 1 on my list of things. Let's go get some sushi. Why it's on this and so high, I do not understand.
You're right.
At all. Number 2, mussels. I've never actually had a mussel.
Is a mussel like once again, we're not smart guys. Is that like you crack it open?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Do I have to break this animal's body open to eat it? Yeah, I'm out.
Number 1 is oysters.
And once again, the slurping sound.
I love oysters, though.
No.
I mean, does it also set off a bad first impression because there's like the whole wives' tale that they're an aphrodisiac?
Yeah.
So if you're a dude and you order a bunch of oysters, or you're like, I'm getting some tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those guys have probably already walked in with a boner, so they don't need any help, especially in this whole first date situation. So, yeah, I get that.
All right, coming up next, we got foods to go ahead and eat on your first date. Also, Big Money Monday, your chance to win that $50 gift card. All you got to do is send us a text with your name and number 1 through 9, 800-394-1061. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Gibby, I was just about to say that same thing. Whoever made this list must hate seafood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get some of it. Some of it's just messy. And I get the desire to want to avoid the messiness part of it. But others, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Oysters only if you are sure you are getting some ass. They are expensive.
All right, we're going to come right out of this.
Sure thing. Yeah. And then you want me to pick a...
Yeah, if you can go ahead and pick one again. You got the winner last time.
It's true. What if we just went on this epic streak of wins?
That'd be great. I'm all about giving away Aaron's money. I've never actually had mussels, Rudy. I don't know. Both the food and or any on my body. I love oysters, though. That's one thing I discovered moving to Savannah because I never had an oyster prior. I love oysters.
Not something I like go out and get, though.
No, never. But if there's like somebody's having an oyster roast, or when we went out with the Dicks for that dinner, when they came into town, appetizers were oysters, and I'm like, yes, please. They were delicious.
Screw it. We're going to roll for Jennifer.
Okay.
That's who we're running for. She chose the number 6.
All right.
Crab legs are good to avoid on a first date. They're also incredibly expensive. So, yeah, I get that.
We'll finish up the list, and then we'll get to, we'll end with Big Money Monday.
Sure. Sadly, I wish I could roll for everyone who texts in for Big Money Monday, Tony, if it means anything. Sadly, just one. Just one makes it each and every week. Makes it more fun that way.
All right. We've got 3-ish minutes.
Yeah. Food Lion has crab legs for $15 a pound. No thanks. Highest I've ever seen for some legs. I've never been a crab leg person. I've never I think I've ordered them once ever in a restaurant. Yeah.
I love crab legs. They're really good. Be a pain in the ass though to get all the meat out of them.
Mhm.
Really tasty.
Yeah, I don't feel like I should have to fight my food to eat it.
That's fair.
So maybe that's why I've only had them so many times. Speaking of Food Alliance, I think they're all getting updated here in the Savannah area.
Okay.
It's the one by my house. It is just getting completely gutted right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they put in the self checkout things.
Okay.
Which is the first time in Food Lion history.
Yeah.
And then everything's getting a paint job and they're moving stuff around. So it's actually nice to see Food Lions after probably the record year they had last year, use some of that money to actually update their stuff after, I'm guessing, 2.5 decades.
I was going to say, yeah, I've been in a handful of Food Lions. They all feel like they're kind of stuck in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, they're painting them up. It's white and blue now. Your finger just break it. It's not hard to shell. Just do some more push-ups.
Sorry, person who's calling. We do not have time.
They were back on in less than a minute, right?
Yep. We got about 45.
When it comes to crab legs, the crab knife kind of throws me off.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had the crab knife, the little slicer deal. You're supposed to run it up the side and then scoop it all out.
Sure.
So it's a very new tool. I'm getting scared by it.
All right, guys, be right back. Big Money Monday is coming up in just moments. Someone's going to have a shot to win a $50 Visa gift card. You can text us your first name and a number 1 through 9, 800-394-1061. If you want to play along every Monday. Before we get to that, though, last break we were talking about first date foods to avoid. 7 out of the 10 were all seafood. Now we've got first date foods to order, ones to go with on that first date. Number 10, a chocolate brownie.
Yeah, I get that, I guess.
Are we talking, is this a date where you're just meeting for coffee and you're like, let's get a treat as well?
Last week I skipped dinners and just drank beer. Is that the equivalent of this?
I think so.
It's just eating dessert.
I think it's fine. Stir fry is number 9 on the list. That just seemed random to me.
Stir fry?
Yeah. Isn't that random?
It's kind of healthy, but also kind of not. It's fine for a first date, but not something I would be running to get.
Number 8 is chicken wings. Now, a lot of the avoid items we thought were because they were messy. Ribs making the list of things to avoid. Chicken wings, to me, can be very messy.
Yeah, and you're mouthing them all the time. Yeah, maybe not a chicken wing, guys. Also, they're uber expensive right now.
That's true.
There's a national chicken wing shortage.
Lasagna is number 7. That seems safe enough, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lasagna, I like a good lasagna.
Yeah, lasagna's good.
Roast dinner at number 6.
Roast dinner?
I don't know.
What
That's
are you,
weird.
80? I'll have a chicken with 1 potato, please. Well, wait, if you're at a Renaissance, if you're at one of those type things, order the roast dinner because that's the only thing you can get.
Wait, don't they normally serve the turkey leg there, where you can just get the the massive
Yeah, if you're at a good one.
Number 5, ice cream. I guess that to me is, hey, we're just going to go to Leopold's. That's the date.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
You're getting ice cream.
Yeah, sure.
Number 4, steak.
Steak's an alpha move. Steak's a 100% because steaks are, when you're going out, they're generally expensive.
That's true. Number 3 on this list of foods to order on a first date is a salad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't order a salad because I'm a man, a very large one. But yeah, a salad would not be my go-to.
Number 2 is burgers.
And that's super safe.
Yeah. Number 2 is burgers. Just makes sense.
Don't get a sloppy Joe.
No. No.
Avoid the sloppy Joe.
And number 1 is pizza. I mean, that's a gimme. I get pizza being
that's
number 1.
America's number 1 food.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, I think I agree with most of the items on both lists, really, except for the sushi being on the things to avoid.
Yeah, I mean,
still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't care for that one at all. I think they could have flip-flopped chicken wings and sushi.
Yes,
and I would have
100%.
liked these lists a lot better.
100%. All right, it is time for Big Money Monday. Last week, we broke our drought of like 6 weeks of not giving away a $50 gift card. Today, hopefully, we'll keep the streak going where we're giving away our boss's money.
Cotter, I hope so. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. We are rolling for Jennifer today. Jennifer chose the number 6.
All right.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. Jennifer, fingers are crossed for you. We want to make this happen so bad. We want you to win.
Cotter.
Yes.
Today's number is?
Yes.
45.
No.
So close. So close. Jennifer, we failed you. I'm so sorry.
All right. We're back at it next Monday. Your chance to win a $50 gift card with a Big Money Monday. Coming up top of the 8 o'clock hour, we're talking Quentin Tarantino. He's sticking to his guns about wanting to retire after his next movie. We're also going to power rank some Quentin Tarantino films. It's coming up after 8 o'clock. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
I'm going to use the restroom, and I'll be right back.
Cool. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
You should take the Harry Potter quiz.
Oh, to see what house I belong in? Yeah. All right, let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, so Harry Potter quiz. Obviously, I went to Universal over the weekend. What Harry Potter house am I? All right, so let's go to, is there one on Pottermore since that's like their official? Let's see. Haywise, Wizarding World. Is this a quiz? Get sorted now. All right, let's click on this. I don't want to give anything. No, sorry. Not going to do that. I don't want to give. How about this? We'll just go with BuzzFeed. All right. You've made it to Hogwarts, which means you've already bought a wand from Ollivander. What material is at its core? Ooh, I want a unicorn here. Go into unicorn. During the end of your exams, you noticed that one of your classmates was using an enchanted quill. You come top of the class anyway, but they're second. What do? Do you tell your professor immediately? Nothing. Encourage the other student to admit what they've done to the professor. Give them a high five. But if I can't, nothing. I don't care. I'm top of the class. They can cheat if they want. You would be hurt if a person called you weak, ignorant, unkind, or boring. Let's go with boring. You're locked in a duel with a skilled opponent. They fire an unknown spell at you, and you shout... let's go with stupefy. That'd be like my go-to. You're a 5th year at Hogwarts and you've just received a howler from your parents. What for? Sneaking into the Forbidden Forest, getting caught cheating in my divination, being put in detention after getting caught in the library after hours. Nothing. I would never. Nothing. I was such a boring kid in high school. I'd be a boring kid at Hogwarts. Which of these Dumbledore quotations speaks to you? Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love. Words are, in my most not so humble opinion, our most inexcusable source of magic. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow up to be. It does not do well to dwell on dreams and forget to live. I like that one. Which of these most accurately describes your relationship with your closest friend? I love being surrounded myself with people. I have a few very close friends that I trust in my life. I tend to be wary around new people. I find myself becoming friends. I have very few close friends I trust in my life. Which of these skills are you most proud of? Ability to absorb new information, ability to make friends, ability to get what I want, ability to keep secrets. We'll say absorb new information. First Quidditch match of the season is approaching, and you can't wait to get involved. What role are you playing? Let's see. Seeker, chaser, or beater? I think a beater. You're allowed to have a pet at Hogwarts, owl, cat, or a toad. Cat. I have 3 of them at my house. It's Saturday. You finish your homework and you've got some free time. You decide to spend some time away from your common room. Where do you go? Room of requirement. That's awesome. What else do you see in the mirror of? What would you see in the mirror of Erised? Surrounded by riches, family and friends, knowledge. Let's go with marvelous adventure. Choose a deathly hollow, cloak of invisibility all day long. Which path do you intend to follow after leaving Hogwarts? Travel, join the ministry, settle down. I want to travel. That sounds fun. And finally, we know that the Sorting Hat takes into consideration your counts. Which house do you feel like you identify most closely? I don't know anything about him enough, so I'm going to go with that. All right, so here we go. According to this BuzzFeed quiz, I'm 45% Gryffindor, 25% Ravenclaw, 17% Slytherin, and 13% Hufflepuff. So there we go. That's my. I guess I'm a Gryffindor. Done. Pottermore. I didn't do the Pottermore one because they wanted a email address. Let me see. Maybe I could do that. Nope, not that one. I just didn't want to give an email address. Log into. Yeah, I had to log into my account. Yeah, sorry.
Are you a Hufflepuff?
I am a Gryffindor.
No shit.
That was according to a BuzzFeed one. I didn't want to log into Pottermore, so sorry.
Rudy goes, going to go out on a limb and say you're a Hufflepuff. That's what I thought too.
Just give Marshall's email. Yeah, that's a good call.
Oh, the Potterverse thing?
Yeah, that's the first one I went
I'm
to.
already a member, man. You can't use mine.
I don't think I am. Let me see. Pretty sure I don't have a password. User, yep, see, not found. So, there you go, done. All right, coming up top of the hour, we're going to talk Quentin Tarantino. He's definitely said for years that he was going to make 10 films and then retire. He's kind of sticking to that. Was on Real Time with Bill Maher. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll power rank some Quentin Tarantino movies. Oh, man. I'm
just re-signing in to my Harry Potter club.
Oh, that's cool.
I do not want to sign up to your email list. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Too much information there to sign up for. So it's supposed to rain early this morning, and it's kind of got pushed back a little bit. Looks like noon on. It's just going to rain the rest of the day.
Cool.
Yep, good times.
So I haven't excuse me, I haven't like signed into my Harry Potter thing for years.
Yeah.
So apparently they've like transferred over everything, but they kept my account. But I can't really show anyone on the stream. But there you go, just to prove I am Slytherin. No big deal. No big deal. Tell your friends. Slytherin.
Got about 3.5 minutes. We got Kevin from Service this week for beer review, right?
We do.
Or
yeah.
for beer for breakfast.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a couple new beers that he's been working on. I think they're technically out at this point, but he'll be bringing those in for us to try. But they're fresh. He just put them together over these last few weeks.
Like it.
Speaking of guests in studio this week, Mac will be back. on Wednesday. Obviously, we were off last week. We had no Mac in our life. This week, back at it. Oh, speaking of, Tony just mentioned it. She goes, last week, Tony's like, oh, I have Mexican cake. She tried it for the very first time.
Awesome.
She said, not bad.
Yeah. I drank a bottle this weekend.
So nothing else crazy happened at Universal Studios?
No, not really. I mean, we had torrential downpour toward the end of the first day.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, we just kind of hit up everything. I think we rode all the rides we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, you know, the coaster, they got some really good coasters. The Mummy Ride, which is one of it's a combo coaster, one of those 3D kind of rides. Awesome. I mean, one of my favorites.
What do you mean by 3D ride?
You know, it's like the Simpsons ride, where it's like the motion simulator, and you get the 3D. So the Mummy is more of a motion simulator, but it's like on a track, so you're moving, but you get some of the like 3D stuff around you.
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome.
Oh, I think I've been on the Mummy ride.
Yeah, that one was really, really cool. They have the Rip Rock Rockin' whatever roller coaster there in Universal. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. Went into Moe's, grabbed a beer in the Simpsons area.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. But yeah, I mean, it was just pretty much typical vacation.
So I was going through Quentin Tarantino's, like, all the movies he's directed.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done, like, a modern film, like a modern time period film since, like, 2003.
Yeah.
Technically, Kill Bill was done in modern times, but after that, he did Grindhouse Death Proof, which was a couple decades back.
Yeah.
And then he's just gone further and further back in time with Inglourious Bastards, to Django Unchained, The Hateful Eight, and then kind of back more to modern times, but still like the 70s, 80s with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So maybe his last film will be back in modern times. It would be kind of interesting to see him do something more modern than he has.
I got about 30 seconds. But yeah, we could run through this story and then second break do the power rankings.
Rhett wants to know if you went into Orlando or did anything there, or did you just or did you go to Medieval Times? Anything fun like that?
No, we did. We just we went to Downtown Disney the first day. Other than that, we were only there for a couple days, so we just didn't have the time. So no, we didn't do much exploring outside of. All right, be right back. Going to talk Quentin Tarantino here in just moments. Don't forget, jump on the stream. Watch the show each and every morning. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. You can always listen. Just download the Rock 1061 app. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Or check us out at rock1061.com. Now, Quentin Tarantino has really kind of stuck to his guns when it comes to retiring from filmmaking. Mm-hmm. He said after his 10th film, which would be his next movie, he's planning on retiring, and he said this for years, and he was recently on Real Time with Bill Maher. He was talking about a companion book to his last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, Maher was talking about Reservoir Dogs, and he actually was like, that would be a cool movie to get like a modern remake of. And Tarantino shot it down right away, and he said that's kind of a capture time in a moment kind of thing. But he did say he thought about it at one point in time of remaking Reservoir Dogs, but he quickly came to his senses.
Yeah, he said he considered it, but decided against it. And then he said, I won't do it, Internet. You cannot make him do this. At least you won't be able to pressure him into doing it, Internet folks. At least a reboot of Reservoir Dogs, which I don't think is needed. That movie is perfect.
No, I mean, it works so well because it was so low budget.
Right.
And if you had any sort of budget behind it, I think the magic of that movie is completely gone.
And those performances from Harvey Keitel and Tim Roth, I mean, Steve Buscemi, I mean, I don't think those things can be ever recreated or done in a way that would eclipse the original. So I don't think there's any room to have a reboot of Reservoir Dogs.
Now, I will say there's one thing I'd like to see with Reservoir Dogs. I would like to see it done as a play on stage because, I mean, the majority of it takes place in one location. There are obviously other locations, but I think that is a movie that if the script for the theater version of it is written well, I think that would be awesome.
I just want to see how they would handle Mr. Blonde cutting off that cop's ear.
I know, right? So Bill Maher also talked to Quentin Tarantino about his retirement plans. Like we said, he said it for years. After 10 movies, he's out, and he reiterated his plans to retire, saying, I know film history, and from here on, filmmakers do not get better. He talked about Don Siegel. If he had quit his career in 1979 when he did Escape from Alcatraz, what a final film, what a mic drop, but he dribbles away with 2 more other ones. He doesn't mean it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just saying he lost his passion.
Yes.
After hitting that crescendo piece. But yeah, I mean, Quentin sounds dead set on only doing one more film, but I can't see him stepping away from the movie making process. I think he's going to write a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, he wrote a companion book to his last film, and it's not like he puts out a ton of stuff. He puts out like one film every 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only got about 2 movies per decade from this guy, so he doesn't work at an incredibly fast pace.
Now, I don't think his quality of work has dwindled at all.
No.
I mean, I'm bummed to hear that he does still plan on retiring because, I mean, the fact that he does release so few movies,
Right.
when one comes out, it's an event.
100%. And even when I found out that Kill Bill was like a double movie, like they were going to put out like, they were kind of, at that time it was like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They were doing like that movie every year. I was like, after watching the first Kill Bill, I'm like, give me this movie 100 times over. Do this for the next 20 years. But yeah, I mean, his stuff has been consistently great. There's only one movie I didn't really care for. That was the Grindhouse film Death Proof.
Yes.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was okay.
But I just feel like it didn't have as much work put behind it as, some other films.
I mean, that was meant because it was tied together with Planet Terror from Robert Rodriguez.
Right. They were both like, I think they had to work on time constraints.
Yes.
Because they had to fit everything into like 3 hours.
Yeah, he's got an extended version, because it didn't do well because both movies came out together in the movie theater.
Yeah.
It didn't do well in the movie theater, so when they released it to home video or a DVD, they basically said, yeah, you don't get them both together. So they're separate movies now, and there is more of an extended version. And even that is a good movie, but I agree, it's probably lower on my list when it comes to Quentin Tarantino films. And speaking of list of Quentin Tarantino films, coming up next, we're going to power rank our top 3 Quentin Tarantino movies. So we got that up next. Stick around.
Tough.
It is tough, man, because they're all good. Rise Against, Nowhere Generation, Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right, guys. Yeah, feel free to drop in your favorite 3 Tarantino films. Power rank your top 3. Rudy says, let's see, Hateful Eight, number 3. Pulp Fiction, number 2. Reservoir Dogs, number 1. I think Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs are probably going to be one of our top 2 films. Definitely, for sure.
Honorable mention, Dust Till Dawn. Yeah, he wrote that. I mean, it's like, so he wrote, was it True Romance, which shared, characters, at least mentions of characters with Reservoir Dogs. He wrote the original script to, what was the movie with Woody Harrelson?
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers. He wrote, or at least wrote part of Dust Till Dawn.
Yeah, he wrote 4 Rooms.
Okay. Oh, dude, I forget about 4 Rooms.
He technically, he actually partially directed Sin City. He did some stuff there with Frank Miller because Frank Miller didn't know how to direct. So he helped him there.
4 Rooms, if you haven't seen it, it's so Tim Roth plays a bellhop at a hotel, and there's 4 different stories, 4 different rooms, and each one of the rooms was written and directed by a different writer.
Right.
And he wrote the last one. It's one of those movies I completely forget about. It's a lot of fun.
He did True Romance as well.
Yeah. Yeah, True Romance.
Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm actually currently watching the final season of Mr. Robot with Christian Slater. And,
Okay.
And Mr. Robot, what a great series. I'm about halfway through the final season. It's one of those things. It came out at the end of 2019, and I'm like, I think I was changing a bunch of stuff with my in-home entertainment. Like I was getting rid of Xfinity.
Right.
Right when because it premiered in December. And I was like, I just didn't get to it over the holidays. And then in January, I think we were finding out new ways to get TV.
Yeah.
Because Xfinity was dropping us from endorsements. So, I had to figure that all out. And I just completely missed it. I didn't watch it over the pandemic. And now I'm finally getting to it. And it's so good.
We watched the first season, obviously, when it was out. I want to say we watched the second. And I think we stopped from there.
It's a very intense.
Yeah.
It's a very intense series, but it only went 4 seasons. It was really good. 4 Rooms is worth your time. Good luck finding it. I don't even know where the hell it's at. I don't even know if it's on a streaming service. Hell, let me look that up real quick.
It is fun, though. I mean, Tim Roth he's a bellhop. He's working this hotel by himself. And there's one room that is a coven of witches. There's one room that has to do, I want to say, a husband and wife that are doing some weird, role-playing stuff. One involves just 2 pieces of crap little kids. And then the Quentin Tarantino room is like a bachelor party. Bruce Willis is in it. His scene. Quentin Tarantino, I think, is actually one of the actors as well. It's pretty good.
Let's see. As of a few months ago, 4 Rooms was on Netflix. I'm just checking right now.
Yeah, because that one they never I mean, obviously, because it was a collaborative movie. It wasn't just him. It's not included in his 9 movies. When you see like a list of his movies, that's usually never in there.
Right. I think he considers that just like a kind of a one-off kind of series thing as opposed to a film.
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. Thanks for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Talking Quentin Tarantino. He's said it for a while now. After 10 movies, he plans on retiring. He reiterated that recently on Real Time with Bill Maher. So he's got one more movie to go. He didn't talk about the next movie. No idea what it's about yet. Usually we'll find out what his next movie is going to be about, and then like 2 to 3 years later, we actually get the movie.
Right.
So who knows when we'll get this last film? But according to Quentin Tarantino, once that movie's out, he is done as a director. So far, 9 movies, counting Kill Bill as 2. Mm-hmm. So we're going to power rank our favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. And it's hard because even the ones that aren't, you might not go, okay, that's not my favorite movie. It's still good. I mean, there's none of the movies on his list that I go, I don't like that movie.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't made a bad movie. That's why he's so revered in Hollywood as one of the best directors out there. Cotter, why don't you go ahead and go first? Go first when it comes to power rankings.
I mean, this was the third spot was tough for me because there were so many options that I could have gone with. But I'm going to go with 2009's Inglourious Basterds.
Damn it. I wanted that one. I wanted that one. That was going to be my number 3, you son of a bitch.
I mean, the way that he just rewrites history and they, spoiler alert, it's a decade old, kill Hitler at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. You're like, did that just happen?
Wait, is that how it really happened?
And then the opening scene with Christoph Waltz and the family.
He made one of the best movie villains ever with Christoph Waltz.
He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor just in that opening scene. Mm-hmm. I mean, forget the rest of the movie, which he's amazing in, but he won the Oscar for that opening scene. Inglourious Basterds, and it was so different than some of his other stuff. It just really stood out to me.
All right, power ranking once again. Quentin Tarantino's films. Man, I wanted Inglourious Basterds at number 3. That's the one I wanted. Now I'm gonna have to go rogue. I'm gonna have to do some crazy stuff.
What are you doing?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Not yet. I'm not gonna choose one of the top 2 films, which I think we both agree on.
Yeah,
his top 2 films. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Hateful Eight. I'll go Hateful Eight coming in number 3. I've watched the extended edition on Netflix. You can actually watch it. There's like a big 3.5, 4-hour version of the Hateful Eight. But that film is so much fun. Sam Jackson, Kurt Russell, Channing Tatum is even in that film. So why not? That was a fun thing that Quentin Tarantino did. His first Western. And I thought it turned out so well.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Westerns. And you can tell that this movie was kind of like a love letter to that genre. Mm-hmm. But it's such a cool movie, taking place basically, once again, in the one location.
Yeah, it's beautiful, too. I mean, just the cinematography of the film is incredible, especially for a Quentin Tarantino film.
Now, it could have been shorter. I'm not going to lie. It's girthy.
All of the last couple movies he's made very girthy.
Now I heard is there like did they do it like a TV series on Netflix to where you can watch it in like 4 different episodes?
Right, yeah, there's four less than 1 hour-ish episodes.
But such a good movie if you haven't seen it. All right, so this is where things get really, really tough here because obviously there are two films that could top my list, and I don't want to get stuck with one that I regret at number 1. So I'm going to switch things up here. I'm going to do something different. At number 2, I recently watched it. I recently realized how great of a movie this was. Jackie Brown. It is such a good movie. It was his 3rd film. It was the one that came out after Pulp Fiction.
Right.
And Pam Grier is amazing. Robert De Niro's in this movie. Sam Jackson just plays a crazy bad guy in this movie. And Michael Keaton, I mean, such a good flick. I think it's one of his not lesser known, lesser remembered films. It is worth watching.
I think I've only watched that film once, and I don't remember being a big fan of it. But good for you. Thank you so much for choosing Jackie Brown because it leaves a whole swath of great films for me to choose from. I'm going to choose Kill Bill Volume 1.
Okay.
Could have gone Volume 2, which honestly I think Volume 1 is the superior film. Yeah. The fight scene in the dojo, the way the film ends, it's just... This thing set the mood for this new school Quentin Tarantino because he went from Jackie Brown, 6-year break, and then he comes out with this thing. And you're like, what is he doing? And it's incredible. It's incredible. So Kill Bill Volume 1 is number 2 on my power rankings Quentin Tarantino films.
All right, so my number 1 movie, and I mean, it could easily be Pulp Fiction. I think
you're going to choose Dogs. I know you are.
I know. It's one of the greatest movies ever in Pulp Fiction, but I am going to go Reservoir Dogs because, I mean, it's the first Quentin Tarantino movie I watched. I remember watching it with my friend. We rented it at the video store. Once we got done, we just looked at each other and like, what was that? That was amazing. Rewound it and watched it again. Such a good movie. Reservoir Dogs, an easy choice. Number 1, my power rankings, best Quentin Tarantino movies.
Pulp Fiction obviously is going to be number 1 for me. There's no reason to even try to guess or try to pretend like it's not going to be. I mean, so many memorable moments. The Gimp scene.
Yes.
Just everything. The car crash. I mean, like. Zed's Dead Baby. I mean, Blueberry Pancakes. I mean, like everything with Pulp Fiction, the non-linear storytelling.
Yes.
It's just so incredible. That's why it's number 1 on my list.
So if you disagree or agree, let us know. You can drop us a text with your power rankings. Hit us up on the chat. The text to 800-394-1061. Coming up next, we're talking Rock 1061 20th anniversary concert. It's going down this Saturday. We've got details. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Guys, thanks for dropping in your list. Actually, I don't know where you can watch Four Rooms. I thought it was on Netflix. I don't see it really anywhere, so you may just have to rent it from like an Apple TV or something. Charles says Reservoir Dogs, agrees with you. Pulp Fiction 2, Dust to Dawn. He didn't direct Dust to Dawn. It was Robert Rodriguez who actually directed that film. Phil goes Django, number 3. I mean, I like Django a lot. Pulp Fiction, number 2. And can I say Kill Bill as a whole for number 1? Sure, why not?
Yeah, I think so.
Pulp Fiction, Dogs, Inglourious Basterds, number 1 for Sean.
I don't hate that. I mean, it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie.
It's the one that says bad motherfucker. I love those films, man. Man, just talking about them makes me want to go back and sit back and watch them again.
Yeah, I mean, I recently, not that long ago, watched Pulp Fiction. I watched Jackie Brown. Inglourious Basterds. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. We watched Django Unchained with my kid not that long ago.
Oh, it's a great family film.
It is.
What was your favorite part? The full frontal torture scene?
Yeah. She's 18. It's fine. But yeah, I like all of his movies, man. And it's like I said, they're an event now. It's just, when they come out, it's like I've seen all of them in the theater since I caught Pulp Fiction toward the end of its run, after it was already kind of, became a thing.
Right.
I want to say, no, I did not see Jackie Brown in the theater. So then since Kill Bill, yeah, I think I've seen them all in the theater.
Yeah, I think same thing. Since 2003, I think I've seen all of his films in the theater. I mean, he had just the 3, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. I caught those on DVD at the time. Bro, what is this hoodie shirt thing called? I need this thing? I bought it at Walmart for $12. It's called I Love Hoodie Shirts, and I addicted to them. So sorry about that. a hort. I don't know, man. I just I'm a big fan of hoodies. So bring it on. Bring it on. All right, as we just got wrapped up with the Quentin Tarantino Power Rankings, going to talk about our 20th anniversary show. I think it's the first time we've actually talked about this in quite some time. By that, I mean like an hour. But after that, we'll play ourselves some Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl folks. Speaking of that, I'm probably going to do just like kind of a one-off contest on our Facebook page this week.
Okay.
Just kind of like a one-off. Anyone who wants tickets to the Savannah Bar Crawl, I'll probably give like the first 10 people who comment
cool.
a chance to win some passes to that. Yeah, if you want to watch 4 Rooms, you can watch it on YouTube TV for $3.
Okay.
Google Play Movies for $3, Vudu for $3, or Amazon Prime Video once again for $3. Apple TV it's $4, and then just regular YouTube it's $3. There you go. Doesn't look like you got an opportunity to watch it on any of the streaming services right now.
Tim Roth in that movie is amazing. I mean, he's good in just about everything he does, but he's so funny in that movie. And the I won't spoil the ending, but the ending, I mean, it just is great. The ending is so good.
I watched 4 Rooms from it's when Netflix was still doing the DVDs to your house.
That's the first time I watched it too.
I think that's when I first watched it. Yeah, I think you'll like 4 Rooms, Red. You'll have to check that out, man. Thanks for everyone hanging out today here on the stream. We do appreciate that. Talking concert, playing trivia to wrap up this hour. Next hour, we're going to obviously play your drunk line phone calls, or some of your drunk line phone calls from the weekend. Also, this dude got a very possibly regrettable tattoo. And we'll go over that and wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. Rudy, I'm not familiar with that Tim Roth show. Lie to Me. Are you familiar with that?
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
I guess it's on Netflix. It ran from 2009 to 2011. I don't know anyone in the cast other than Tim Roth and Mekhi Phifer. That's it.
Nice. All right. I got about 4 minutes. Oh.
Brendan recommends Emily Wolf has a new album. He goes, I don't know where it came from, but Queens of the Stone Age having a baby with Demi Lovato is fire.
Interesting.
Greg actually confirms that. Emily Wolf is a fantastic guitarist. Very intense. Wanda, congratulations on that. She's like, I got myself out of bed and fed the kids before noon.
Congratulations.
So when it comes to the 20th anniversary show, I think it just went up yesterday when it came to like show times for the event itself.
Yes.
Whaleboat's kicking off our show at 2:00. Got to see those guys this past weekend. I don't know the best way to describe Whaleboat. They're a 3-piece out of Savannah. I would say they got like a vibe of like the Black Keys.
Yes.
And I feel like the lyrics and kind of vocals itself just reminded me of the Killers.
Okay.
And just like kind of the higher pitched kind of higher end voice that the
Right.
singer has. So Whaleboat's a really cool band and definitely worth getting to our show early to check out. After that, we have Lilac at 3:15. They're going to play for a while. Then we got Sponge at 4:30. I have to still go buy Sponge cigarettes. Sorry, guys. It was on your rider. Haven't bought smokes yet. Definitely will get 2 packs of Camel Filter cigarettes to you. After that, we have Filter at 6:15 and then Puddle of Mud at 8:15. So that's kind of the run of show for this Saturday when it comes to the event itself. 5 bands. Tickets, I think, are what, $30, something like that?
No, they're 50.
Are they that?
Yeah.
Okay. They were cheaper earlier.
Yep. Yes, they were. And you can only get tickets online. There will not be a box office the day of show. I mean, you can buy them online the day of the show, and you can just use your phone as your ticket. That's fine. But just FYI, there will not be a box office to walk up and buy the tickets at.
It's 2021. You can do it on your phone.
Yeah. All right, got about a minute and a half.
Gibby just mentioned on the chat, he goes, I was discussing with the wife last night on when we should get to the show. It's starting to look like I'm going to take someone else to this event. So you guys have some differing opinions. I get that. My wife, she's going to drop me off early in the morning, like super early, like
Right.
I'll probably get there at 7 or whatever. And then I don't think she's even going to get there probably until like 5-ish.
Yeah.
Are cigarettes insanely expensive down there? Those 2 boxes would probably cost you almost $30 up here in Minnesota. I actually have no idea. I don't smoke, so I don't know. How much is a pack of cigarettes?
I have no clue.
$7, $6? That's what I just think they are all the time.
All right, guys. Got about 15. The Rock 106.1 20th anniversary concert is coming up this Saturday. Crazy to say that. Doors are going to open up at noon. Trustees Garden. 5 great bands. Whaleboat's going to kick off the show around 2 o'clock. Lilac 3:15. Sponge at 4:30. Filter 6:15. And, of course, going to wrap it up, Puddle of Mud at 8:15. This is going to be a lot of fun, man. This is going to be a great time on Saturday.
So if you haven't bought tickets, go do it right now, rock1061.com, or you could do it via etix, etix.com. Just search Rock 1061 for the show. But it is a day-long event. Doors open at 12 noon, and this thing is going to rage until 10 p.m.-ish this coming Saturday. So go buy your tickets right meow.
etix.com or rock1061.com. Coming up next, we're playing Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl. Your chance to take on one of us is next. Here's Shinedown, Rock 1061.
I'm too poor or cheap to smoke. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to parking, guys, just a heads up. I mean, there's parking garages downtown. There's also street parking. Just make sure you're parking in the appropriate spots. And if you, are in a paid spot, make sure you're paying from the moment you get there. From the moment I think 8 o'clock is when parking fees stop downtown. They actually have a app, just Savannah. I think it's just, I forget what it's called. ParkSavannah.com or Park Savannah is the app. Let me look. Yeah, Park Savannah. You can actually download that app. But if you're parked in one of the spots downtown, super easy with the app. You just drop in your card, and each spot has a number. You just put it right into your phone, and you can actually do it from there.
Yeah.
And parking isn't bad, like in downtown. Like I paid $5 to park downtown, and I was there for 4 hours. So
Yeah.
it's not too shabby.
I pay in the Civic Center, when there's not an event going on, you can use some of that. It's like 50 cents an hour. I mean, it was stupid cheap.
So I got I was talking to my friend who's going to a Garth Brooks show at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Nice.
And he's like, dude, I got tickets for a pretty good price when it comes to Garth Brooks. I mean, he's a legend. And, he's charging a lot per ticket. The parking at the stadium is $100.
What?
It was $100 to buy a parking pass to go to the Garth Brooks show. But I mean, Vegas is the home of like free parking. They tried to like add parking fees onto some garages
Right.
like, for the casinos, and everyone's like, this is stupid. And they stopped it at like after 6 months.
Right.
But yeah, Allegiant Stadium parking for the Garth Brooks show is $100.
What?
$100.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Just get a hotel room, man. And then parking comes with it in most casino hotels downtown, or excuse me, along the strip, which is definitely not downtown.
I got about 35 seconds. Play some trivia.
Good call, Wanda. Yeah, I'm using my wife as my chauffeur that day, too. Where can I park my semi-truck? I don't know. There's so many ports around. I figure probably get away with parking somewhere. Maybe down near Southbound or something.
All right, guys, be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl. Their next bar crawl is coming up this Saturday. You can use it as a pregame for our big show down at Trustee's Garden. But now it's time to take one of us on in a round of trivia.
So are you smarter than a community college dropout? The phone number is 1-800-394-1061. The very first person to call in will hook you up with passes so you can do a little pre-gaming before you come to the show this coming Saturday. I don't know if you guys heard. We have a 20th anniversary show. Have you heard of this? You know about this? You ever heard about this?
Should we start talking about it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Should we forget?
I think so.
Oh, my.
Our bad.
Our boss is going to be so mad at us.
Want to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia? Call us now. 800-394-1061. Good luck.
Call us up. Call us up. Call and play trivia with us. There we are.
Rock 1061. Who's this? Hello? Oh, hey, hung.
Don't hang up, guys. Can you push the phone slightly to your left just so I can see the red light? I can't see. There we are. Thank you. So much equipment in here. I can't even. The board was blocking it. Well, guys, if anyone wants in on some trivia, go ahead and call us. Our caller bounced out on us. 1-800-394-1061. There we go.
Rock 1061. Who's this?
This is Dennis.
Dennis, what's up, man?
Not much. No one wants to play. I'm there.
All right, perfect. Who do you want to take on, myself or Marshall?
Let me get Marshall.
Okay.
Let's go, Dennis.
All right, man, you know the drill. Seven questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number one. And, of course, have everything ready to go for question number one. Here we go. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Question number one. In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what did Jack break when he fell down?
His crown.
Correct. Who did the Atlanta Hawks beat to advance to the next round in the NBA Finals?
The Nets.
Incorrect. What country gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States?
France.
That is correct. True or false? Dalmatian puppies have no spots on them when they're born.
True.
Correct. How many zeros are in a million?
9.
Incorrect. Dead or alive? Actress Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard TV show.
She's alive.
That is correct. And finally, what plant does opium come from?
A poppy.
That is correct. All right, Marshall. Dennis got 5. 5 out of 7.
God.
He's bringing it today.
I'm going to lose.
All right.
Good golly.
Hold tight. We'll be right back to you, man. All right, 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what did Jack break when he fell down?
His knee.
Incorrect. Who did the Atlanta Hawks recently beat to advance to the round they're currently in the NBA Finals?
Oh, the Nets?
Incorrect.
Oh, well, I'm screwed.
What country gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States?
France.
That is correct. True or false? Dalmatian puppies have no spots when they're born.
False.
Incorrect. How many zeros are in a million?
6.
Correct. Dead or alive? Actress Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke from the original Dukes of Hazzard TV show.
Dead?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Finally, what plant does opium come from?
Hemp? Or whatever? I don't know.
Incorrect. Dennis, you got Marshall today, 5-3.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, Dennis, I'll be calling you up for some info after the show today, but congrats.
All right. Thanks.
All right,
Guys, have a good day.
You too, man. See you later. All right, here we go. Correct answers for that round. In the nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill, what did Jack break when he fell down? He broke his crown.
Yeah, totally.
Atlanta Hawks beat the Philadelphia 76ers to get to the round they're currently in.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty was a gift from France. It is true. Dalmatians have no spots when they're born. There are 6 zeros in a million. Catherine Bach is alive, 67 years old, and opium comes from the poppy.
Oh, yeah. God, I should know that, man. I watch Ozark enough. I should have remembered that.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we're back at it around 8:30. Your chance to play, your chance to win. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl, Rock 106.1. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to edit this up, and I'll be right back. Time to play Are You Smarter Than Community College Dropout, brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl. Dennis is on the line. All right, man, first choice. Who do you want to take on, myself or Marshall?
All right, guys, we're back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us there. Cotter was just editing up Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia audio, which you heard first here live on the stream. So what's going to happen is we're going to play that back here in just a moment on the air, and then we're into our final hour of the show today. Final hour of the show. We'll do some drunk line phone calls. We'll talk about a regrettable, probably, Canadian tattoo, and then we'll do some Marshall's music news to wrap this bitch up for your Monday. And in the meantime, you can go buy tickets for our 21st anniversary show, 20th anniversary show. If it goes good, maybe we'll have a 21st. I don't know. I mean, after you have a 20th anniversary show, do you really need more anniversary shows, or should we just do a show?
I think we just do a show. I mean, this is just, we're celebrating 20 years. I mean, let's be honest. Most radio stations don't make 20 years. So we'll celebrate that fact. But no, I think moving forward, yes, I think we just have concerts. This does well. We want more concerts.
Speaking of, we added, 2 or 3 last week to the Savannah rotation of shows, Candlebox, Adelita's Way, Hoobastank, and Living Color, all coming in for shows. Most of them are like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're early in the week shows. Adelita's Way is on a Friday, I believe.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's they're coming in on July 23rd. Yeah, it's a Friday. Maybe we'll get those guys in for Beer for Breakfast again. They would be the first ever repeat of a Beer for Breakfast guest.
That's true. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah. Gibby says, so in the wizarding world, I'm a Gryffindor. I have a maple wood wand with unicorn hair core, and my Patronus is a mountain hare bunny.
Bunnies are tasty.
Yeah. Mac, yes, I did say hoobastank. Is that a word you don't care for?
And if it is, you get to introduce them.
That'd be so fun. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys, these fellers. Let's see. Gibby, to respond to your comment, so is Mac. So is Mac when it comes to Dalmatians being very temperamental. She is very temperamental, like her last comment where she called us assholes right there. So I think that's case in point right there.
Guess she's got to stay on brand, but still.
Are you a big fireworks guy when it comes to 4th of July? Do you like go out and buy fireworks at all?
Since we got the dog right before 4th of July last year, and he's terrified of them, so no, we will not be buying any.
Mm-hmm.
When we lived out on Wilmington Island, we had kind of like a cul-de-sac thing, so we bought some several years in a row and just light them off at the cul-de-sac. But no, since the dog is not a fan of them, we'll not be lighting them off.
Okay.
We'll probably last year, I think we were able to see, smatterings of, other people that were shooting them off from like our front yard.
Right.
Probably do that again. Thank you, Mac. Welcome back, Otter. You're the first person to ever say that to me. You're not.
Asshole. Yeah, so I think for like the Horde meetup, we'll shoot for like, how long is Sponge gonna play? An hour?
Let's see. I have the whole.
Pretty much as soon as Sponge gets done playing, I think as long as we don't have an interview, we'll get together. My guess is that there's probably at least a 15-20 minute turnaround, so they'll play for a little less than an hour and a half. Yes, Mac, you can come to the Horde meetup as long as you're not doing something else.
Here we go. Actual times. Whaleboat goes from 2 to 2:45. Lilac 3:15 to 4. Sponge 4:30 to 5:45. So an hour 15.
Yeah, so we'll do like I would just say 6 o'clock then. 6 o'clock we'll do a Horde meetup.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have, I think all the interview stuff, my guess will be done by 5 o'clock, if not earlier.
I would think.
These guys don't want to work. They want a couple hours. They want to knock that stuff out early in the afternoon, my guess.
Yeah, because ideally, I want to watch Sponge, definitely. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Wanda. Yeah, I think we're shooting for like 6 on as soon as like Sponge gets off stage. I think we'll probably meet up right outside of VIP. There's like a VIP exit. There's like a smokestacky looking thing. I think right there is probably a good spot to kind of meet up. Which would be to like if you were looking at the stage, it'd be to the right of the stage by about, I don't know, 20 yards or so. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a long day for us. But it'll be good. I hope for great weather. I know we're getting a lot of weather this week, but I hope it just knocks it off by Saturday and we're good to go. Yeah, Wanda, I'm thinking about meeting up right outside of VIP. There's an exit. The exit of VIP is right by this smokestacky looking thing. I'm thinking of meeting up right there for everyone. Yeah, I wouldn't exclude people if they couldn't make the VIP section or not. Yeah, once again, I think we're going to meet up. There's, once again, on site, there's like a thing that looks like a smokestack thing, and it's right outside. It's right next to the VIP exit, so we'll probably meet up right on the other side of the exit, so everyone can come hang out. Red, that's a bummer, man. I get it though. I think you're going on a little vacation. I know a lot of people like 4th of July. It's either a lot of people are hitting the road for 4th of July. I know a lot personally who I just talked to. Friends and family who are just kind of hitting the road, which is actually one of the first big holidays now that kind of most everything's open in the country. I mean, it's a great weekend just to get out there and do something if you have the opportunity. But of course, if you're staying, we demand you come to our show. It's the least we can ask. But obviously, we have a ton of shows coming up, especially a bunch at Victory North, which is a great place to see the show, to see a show in general. In case you haven't already, make sure to check out the Victory North Savannah website, victorynorthsavannah.com. They have at least, I think at this point, there's something to the effect of 6 to 8 shows coming, just, from bands that we play here at Rock 106.1 that are coming to the area, which is really, really neat. So we'll have tickets to all those shows. I'm just waiting on approval for some of them. We'll also have tickets to Welcome to Rockville. We'll have more chances for you guys to win tickets to that. We've got some Green Day tickets. That show's coming up a little less than a month from now, July 23rd, which I think is like a Tuesday in Atlanta. We got some Green Day tickets. They're doing the Hella Mega Tour with Fall Out Boy and with the guys from Weezer. So we'll have some tickets to that show as well.
I love how the Hella Mega Tour went from being like the biggest thing on the planet to like, yeah, it's great, but because of all the concerts that didn't happen that are all piling into now, it's still gonna be a great show. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like the draw of the year because there's so many other shows too.
Yeah, I know they're doing stadiums too, so that's the kind of thing that sucks. They're gonna be playing to probably some smaller crowds just because of a lot of reasons. I know in Jacksonville, they were doing like a Father's Day special where it was like, buy 3 tickets, get 1 free.
Right.
Because they're just trying to get butts and seats for the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I think by the end of the week, we should have an idea on when we'll do a Horde meetup that day for anyone attending the show. We'll do like a big group photo and everything.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to shoot for as long as our schedule allows it. We'll let you know. Probably like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. We'll do it probably do the meetup like right outside the VIP exit, which is right by that smokestack. We can grab a picture.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right there. So we'll figure it out. And, as soon as we get that confirmed, hopefully the next day or so, we'll be able to 100% confirm that. And then we'll make sure that everyone knows. We'll put it on social media just so we have a chance to hang out. So how do us, a part of the horde, going about getting in that area for the horde pick? So once again, it's not in VIP. It's outside of VIP. It's by the VIP exits. But once again, we'll explain that more once we get everything handled. As long as you have a ticket into the show, general admission ticket, you'll be able to.
We'll be good.
Yeah. And once again, Sean, our boy, Horny for Smoked Meats up in Minnesota, this weekend sent me like an incredibly high resolution picture of just his face.
That's awesome.
He sent it to me, emailed it to me, and I responded back with, "This is terrifying." It is a terrifying picture. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. So Sean sends me this picture for the weekend.
That's awesome. I love it.
I just saw it. I'm like, oh God. I felt like he was peering into my soul.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's just like, it's like, what do you see before you die? It's that picture right there. Anyone own a drone for the pick? It's a good picture. I've got a guy on site taking pictures at the show, so I could probably snag him. So it's a little bit more professional, and then we'll get one on like my cell phone too, and we'll throw that up on social media so you guys can grab it from there. But yeah, I don't think I own a drone or have a drone guy coming. That would have been a good idea though. Get some drone pics.
All right, we got about 8 minutes still.
Are drones illegal to use in that area, Tony? I didn't know that. No way. We've actually taken footage downtown Savannah with a drone before for a commercial that our sister station did, so I don't think it's illegal.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. I don't know.
Plus, technically, it's a private venue that we're renting, so we should be able to have rights to do whatever we want when it comes to drones.
I would think. I mean, I get if you're getting too close to the ports, they're going to probably not be real happy with it, but we're not.
Yeah, I remember we had some guys come down from our corporate office. They took some drone footage of like the sun rising over the Tallmadge Bridge.
Yeah.
And the drone crapped out on them and fell on top of a building. So
I remember that.
They had to go into the building and ask to get access to the roof to get their drone back. I am going to actually use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Take that phone call.
I will.
Weird stuff you can get into.
See what happens here, guys. Rock 1061, who's this?
Hey, this is Chuck.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. Getting ready to go back to Illinois.
Okay.
And I was going to tell Marshall I'll send him a picture of Deer Creek.
He just stepped out of the studio to go use the restroom. So are you heading? So where at in Illinois are you heading?
I'm going to Peoria, Cotter.
Peoria. There you go. Yeah. We're both from. He's from Deer Creek. I'm from Manitou. So both tiny little ass towns.
Yeah, I know all them. The Manitou Flats. We used to race out there.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. That's awesome. How long are you going back for?
Yeah, man. I'm going back for 2 weeks.
Okay. My brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got to go get a good chili dog.
You know what I love every time I go back to Illinois, because I haven't found it here yet, is a pork tenderloin sandwich. For whatever reason, I can't find one in the South.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to go to Lou's Drive-In.
Oh, dude.
Peoria.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Lewes is great, man. I lived when I lived in the Heights, Peoria Heights. We went there all the time. Man, I forgot about that place.
Man.
That place is awesome.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to go. I've been dying for one. Every time I've been going up there, it's been closed. So this time it's going to be open. So I got to get one.
Yeah, it has been. I haven't been back up to Illinois in like 3-4 years. So yeah, I got to get back eventually. I just haven't got around to doing it yet.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I leave tomorrow morning.
Well, awesome, man. Well, have a safe trip. Hopefully everything goes well. Enjoy it. Yeah, definitely.
Gonna love it. Gonna miss it hearing you guys though, but y'all keep it good down here now.
We will, man. We'll hold it down until you get back.
All right, man. I will talk to you later. Have a good one now.
Sounds good, man. See you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
Yep, Illinois, guys. Illinois. Both Marshall and I seriously live in towns just surrounded by cornfields, or from towns surrounded by cornfields. Gibby, see you later, man. Thank you for hanging out. Your cell phone number and take a picture. Yeah, I don't know anything about drones, rules, and or anything else. So we got just over 4 minutes. Saliva, click, click, boom. We're going to talk about a guy who got a potentially regrettable tattoo. And I'm going to say, so the idea of the tattoo is potentially regrettable. The tattoo itself, regardless, is regrettable because it was shoddy work. It was not well done. But we'll talk about that coming up here in a bit. Let's see. Looks like Tybee Island issued, it was this morning, they issued a weather advisory out on Tybee. They said residents and guests stay safe by continuing to monitor the weather and making sure they got plans accordingly. Haven't checked the actual weather here in a bit. Let's see where we at with this. So yeah, it's supposed to start raining like at 9 this morning. Looks like they pushed that back till noon. So 50% chance of rain at noon. Then by 1, it's up to 90. Now it looks like it's going to rain for the rest of the day. High today, maybe in the mid 80s. Get to the upper 80s this afternoon. Oh no, that's tomorrow. High today, lower 80s. Tomorrow, mid 80s. So it shouldn't be too bad. Lots of rain over the next few days. Hey, thank you. Good morning. We'll have to see if we can actually get a drone. I know we don't have one around here anymore, or don't have one at the radio station. The one we had was corporates. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes. Going to hop into this bad tattoo stuff. If you have a regrettable tattoo, go ahead and tell us about it in the chat. You can text us a picture. I don't think you can put a picture in the chat, but if you have a regrettable tattoo, go ahead and send us a message. Let us know about it. Also, hit us up with the text if you want to send the picture, 800-394-1061. I had a whole arm that I regretted, which now you can no longer see because it's no regrets now. Thanks to Kelly Borders at Honor and Grace. So we'll talk about that. Tell this story. Get to the drunk line. Got a couple calls. We'll wrap up the show with Marshall's Music News. All right, we got about a minute and a half. All right, got about a minute left. All right, got about 45 seconds.
I got 45 seconds, man. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Mike. Mike, stop me. No mention of 4 rooms on the Quentin list? Oh, yeah, we mentioned a bunch, actually. Oh, yeah. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing I have notes on? Okay.
That thing. All right, guys, be right back. Gonna talk regrettable tattoos. I had a whole arm of regrets. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. Don't forget, hop up on that stream. You can check out and watch the show each and every morning, starting at 6, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show. Just download the Rock 1061 app for free. Get us in your in-home smart speaker, or check us out at rock1061.com. Now, every couple years, we get this story. An overly excited sports fan gets a championship tattoo of their team before they win a championship, and it happened this year. The Montreal Canadiens, the Stanley Cup Finals, first time since 1993, taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Game number 1 is tonight at 8 o'clock, and fan Rob Gray is hoping things go really, really well.
He's non-committal to the issue, though.
Which is pretty fun.
I'm pretty upset at the fact that Rob, so he got a tattoo. It says Montreal Canadiens, Stanley Cup champions, 20. Then it has the number 2 and then an underscore, which could be like the bottom of like a 1 or maybe a 2. Definitely not a 3. Maybe a 9. Anyway, long story short, and it looks like it was written in Comic Sans. I got a lot of issues with this tattoo, but he's very non-committal. And as a sports fan, I don't like it. You're either in or out.
Yes, I mean, if you're going to do this, do it. Go full 9. Get the Stanley Cup, tattooed on your leg, saying 2021 NHL champions, the Canadiens. But no, he left it. He left himself an out, basically giving the team 9 years to win, so he can fill in the blank on his leg.
Right.
But the tattoo itself is garbage. I mean, it's regrettable enough that you're getting the championship tattoo before they win a championship. But I mean, it looked like his 5-year-old nephew tattooed this on his leg.
And once again, the lettering and the font, it looks like Comic Sans. It's really bad.
It's not going to work. I mean, because, like I said, every couple of years this happens. And usually, though, it is full bore. It's the NFL trophy, or
Right.
it is the Stanley Cup.
This rarely does happen in hockey, though. I mean, like, looking back at stuff, it's usually NFL, and sometimes it's like Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
But those are the only 2 sports that get like this random fandom so high on themselves that they actually put permanent ink on their bodies. I think, how many times have we seen like a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl a year that they never even got to the Super Bowl in?
That's true. Now, is he jinxing the team by getting the tattoo? And does leaving it open-ended, giving himself an out, is that what jinxes the team more? Because athletes are very superstitious. Fans are very superstitious. So it's like you're really messing things up here.
It's interesting. It's an interesting way of going about it. I like the fact that I kind of like the fact that he's non-committal in it, because he now does give himself a good decade for this team, who's very good.
Yes,
and let's face it, they barely made the playoffs. I don't know if they'd even make the playoffs next year, but they're on this magical ride right now.
Right.
I think he should just got 2021 put on his leg. Like, you might as well. And it's like a giant thigh tattoo. It's probably, I would say from his hip to his knee, it's probably taken up at least a third of space on his leg.
And it's just script. There's no picture to it. That's what blows my mind. It's a garbage tattoo. Whether the team doesn't win or not, I just regret the choice of tattoo alone. At least if you had the Stanley Cup on there, you got a story to tell. Now you just got like somebody scribbled some handwriting on your leg.
Now, we obviously know who Rob Gray is rooting for just because of the tattoo. But now that we know it's Montreal and Tampa, I'm going to be a Tampa guy, and I don't like Tampa for a lot of reasons. But I'm just throwing it out there. I am going to be rooting for the Lightning when it comes to the NHL playoffs. So I really do hope they win, mostly to screw this guy over.
All right, so we're going to talk regrettable tattoos that we have. I had an entire arm of regret. We'll get to that. Also, the drunk line. That's coming up next. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. Latest from Volbeat, Wait a Minute, My Girl. I got 2 calls. One was from last night. One was not. They're both Cam related.
Oh, you're talking about you have 2 drunk line calls.
Yes.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yes. No, sorry. Yeah.
I know you took a call when I jumped out of the
Yeah. No, it was Chuck heading back to Illinois. He's heading to Peoria, leaving tomorrow. He wanted to let you know that he would take a picture of Deer Creek for you.
Chuck?
As a listener.
Oh,
lives here.
Oh, gotcha.
Lives here.
I thought you were talking like Charles Picton.
No. No, lives here, but he's going back to Illinois.
Oh, yeah. You don't need to stop by Deer Creek. You're good. There's nothing there.
No.
Outside of my mom and brother and all of his 27 children. But that's kind of it. Cornfields and a Casey's. Ooh. Actually, I plan on heading back home to Illinois for a quick visit to visit my mom here in the next few months. Now that I think about it, I got to stop by and get some Casey's breakfast pizza. So, gonna have to wake up early. Thank God I wake up early now. I'm good at waking up super early.
Yeah.
Wake up, get some breakfast pizza. And this is the part of the show where Marshall just gets hungry. Everyone, comment what you had for breakfast this morning. Just let's line it up. Let's make me more hungry right now. Nathan, thank you for sharing your story about your first tattoo. He said, yeah, my first tattoo is a small flash tribal from the board on the shop. Not a bad tattoo, but the tattoo artist, while putting it on me, was talking about how he was probably going back to prison soon.
He told us that he was planning on killing a dude. Oh, my Lord. A few months later, he did it. Jeez.
Well, wait not to tell anyone, Nathan. Jesus, man. Casey's Pizza and Runny Ranch. Oh, yeah. Name your sex tape.
3 boiled eggs and bacon. Sounds good. All right, guys, be right back. All right, before we get into the drunk line, just kind of talking some regrettable tattoos. Had the story, Montreal Canadiens fan got a tattoo. They're in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 1993. He got a non-committal tattoo. It said Stanley Cup winners or champions, 22, and then an underscore. So he left it open for the next 9 years that he could fill out the tattoo.
Dude, Montreal's not going to make the Stanley Cup again. This is his one shot. So I hope they win it for him, for his legs' sake.
So I had my entire right arm with just nothing but regretful tattoos. It was very early on in my tattoo career, I guess, of getting ink, and I had issues. You know, I go to the artist with an idea, and they would come back with the drawing or the design, and I just felt like I couldn't say no, or I couldn't say I don't like that. You know, it's like, here was the thing they worked on. I was just like, yeah, cool. That's always good. Yeah, it's great. And I had the dorkiest looking guy that was up on my shoulder. You know, it was just, it was supposed to be, the whole arm was music related. And he was, you know, Elvis-ish, not elvish, Elvis.
He kind of was elvish.
But he had this really big forehead. And I mean, I hated it. I hated it. I regretted it. And the fact that I was able to cover it up makes me so happy. Because, I mean, tattoos are permanent, man. I get it. It's like you get something and you look back at it later and you go, that was dumb. That was really dumb.
We had some great comments on the stream because we were talking about this off air. Nathan says, my first tattoo is a small flash tribal from the board on the shop. Not a bad tattoo, but the tattoo artist, while putting it on me, was talking about how he was probably going back to prison soon. Yikes. That's a red flag type of situation. But I'm glad the tattoo is good.
Well, I mean, unless he's in there getting a prison-style tattoo, I think he's okay.
Like a teardrop or something?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or just like the ink pen, doing that.
Guaranteed the tattoo artist probably has a couple ink drops. Teardrops.
I told my kids that I would buy their first tattoo, and it's not that I need final say in it. It's their body, their tattoo, but I want them to get something they're not going to regret.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least not something stupid. I mean, you can always regret something later in life, but just something, that has a little bit of meaning behind it. My oldest has already got a design, and I think it's pretty cool. Just got to, get him in to kind of get it looked at. But, because, dude, it's forever. It is forever. You got to put a little thought into it.
So on the stream, Sean also said, my first tattoo is the beatdown emblem from the Halo video game series. So
nice.
Some tattoos can be regrettable. That could be one.
Yes, they can. All right, let's get into the drunk line. We've got 2 calls today. And our buddy Cam was the manager down at the Tap House for years. Saturday was his last day.
Right.
Sunday, they had his big going away party. And he has been a regular contributor to our drunk line. And his going away party did not disappoint.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Cam and Kelsey's podcast. So, on today's menu, we have a question.
Menu?
Would you rather have your leg smashed by a boulder or have it mauled by a shark? Cam, what are your thoughts?
Boulder, hands down, Boulder. You can rebuild that. Shark? No, shark. It takes it away. Get that back.
But you don't know that. Is this a great white or is this a nurse shark? Because nurse sharks have sandpaper for teeth.
They're way too into this conversation.
That much.
Discovery Channel.
Really?
She loves sharks, man. Does she work with sharks? Does she own a shark?
So, if you get smashed by a boulder, have you seen 72 Hours? It's that hiker that went and got his arm smashed by a boulder in a cavern and had to cut his own arm off. At least by a shark, he eats it off for you so you can get away.
You know what? All I can say is Shamu.
Okay, I think preferably in this situation,
yes,
the shark getting a leg eaten by a shark, better story.
It's a better story, and I agree. I mean, you don't want to get stuck with the boulder. I mean, that dude had to cut off his own arm so he could live. I mean, I agree. The shark, hopefully make a quick work of it, and you can get away, even if you got a little nub after that. But it's like done and over. You're not stuck there for like days on end, hoping you live.
And once again, like when you tell people like, shark took my leg, and if you just said boulder, shark sounds so much cooler.
All right, I got one more drunk call. This once again from Cam's party. And yes, Shamu guy's back.
Hey guys, guess who it is? It's that Shamu guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been a while since I've called, but guess what, mother? I'm going to talk about why I talk about Shamu.
Okay. The origin story.
You know the dark side of the moon? You know the dark side of it? Yeah. You ever seen the episode of South Park where they send Shamu, they free Shamu and they send him to the moon?
No.
I'm trying to bring Shamu back.
Oh.
I'm trying to bring him back to Earth where he belongs. He belongs back in the ocean. He belongs back with his friends. He belongs with his family. Okay, guys? That's where he belongs. Now I'm with Cam too, so Cam's gonna start talking.
But no, he is Aquaman. He can bring Shamu back from the abyss. Shamu needs to come back.
Shamu's definitely coming back. We're gonna go free him from the moon. We're gonna bring back his remains. I'm gonna bring back life. Is it him or her?
So is Shamu dead?
I don't know.
Him or her?
Has to be her.
That's a good question.
Has to be her.
Is Shamu him or her? Shamu. A U is like a neutral. Oh, that's woke. Yeah, that's woke right there.
Oh my lord, Shamu guy. I hope he has other interests in life, and I really hope
doesn't.
That every conversation he has at the bar or with friends does not concern just Shamu.
Just a quick heads up. I believe, just with a quick Google, Shamu is a female.
Okay,
So,
there you go.
Yeah.
Question answered.
You know, the ladies love us.
Don't forget, you can participate with the drunk line. All you got to do after you've had a few is give us a call, 800-394-1061. Leave us a voicemail. We play those back around 9:10 every Monday. Coming up next, getting ready to wrap up the show, we got Marshall's music news on the way. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Hey, it's Cotter.
Oh, cool. All right, Sean, thank you for printing out a bunch of our flyers so you can put them up all over Eastern Wisconsin breweries, bathrooms, and at the racetrack and bars. Appreciate that.
I love that.
Hopefully we get some great calls from Wisconsin.
All right, you going to do the Limp Bizkit story first, or what do you want to do?
That's a great question. Let me check it out. Check it out, as the Biscuit would say. Let's see. I got the Foo Fighters story. I got Seether. Yeah, let's go with Biscuit, man.
All right.
Thanks for hanging around with us on the stream this morning, guys. Do appreciate that. Wrapping up the show with 3 music news stories. Going to kick off with Limp Bizkit. Then we'll do the Foo Fighters and Seether. If you're going to play a Limp Bizkit song, pretty please play the one with Method Man and Together Now. It's my favorite.
That was the last time we did a story. That was the one I played.
Damn it. So play it again, dude. It's the best.
It is the best. It is my favorite one. I'm going to mix it up a little bit, though.
Every time you play Rolling, I want you to know I'm going to punch you in the face.
I ain't playing Rolling.
Man, I'll kill you. I want to be rolling over your dead body in the parking lot. Ooh, I'll finally find a dead body. Yes, I just happened to kill him. What happened to Cotter? Oh, I just kind of ran over him in a car. Yeah, by far the Limp Bizkit story is probably the longest from the just the 3 that I have. They're all short and quick to the point. Someone on the stream, I think it may have been Rhett, mentioned the Metallica story. So Metallica late last week announced their plans for the Black Album. Not doing that story today, but I'll definitely be doing it this week. I have a week worth of music news material to go back on. So I'll definitely be talking about Metallica's Black Album and stuff they're doing with that. Yeah, Jonathan Davis was on a Limp Bizkit. What song did he do? It wasn't very good. I kind of remember that. Limp Bizkit.
Nobody Like You.
Exactly.
I don't even remember that one.
Yep, that's how good it was. Not the best collaboration. But Limp Bizkit and Method Man. Oof, it's fire. Straight fire. Okay. Looks like I'll be going to pick up our radios for the show after the show today.
Cool.
It's like we're all set so we can communicate at the show.
Like it?
I definitely don't need a radio.
I don't want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Aaron and the rest of the staff. Those guys are gonna need to talk.
We just we got to interview people. We got to be there when. Let's go.
Yeah, just text me.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Gotta go intro a band. Let's go.
We're introing all bands that day too.
We
Yeah,
are. Billy will not be able to make it, so it'll be you and I.
Mm-hmm. And just a heads up, that night there is, everyone in town will be shooting off fireworks, but we do not have a some people have asked me, like,
yeah,
are you guys shooting off fireworks at the show? We're not. We don't. That would be an extra like $15,000, and we don't have that in our budget for fireworks. No. Maybe in future shows.
Yeah, not for the first one. Guys.
But yeah, so there won't be fireworks, but I think everyone in town is probably going to be shooting off fireworks while Puddle of Mud is wrapping up our show this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
But, the city of Savannah is going to have 4th of July display. I actually just got an email. Hilton Head Island over at Shelter Cove, they got a big fireworks display on the 4th of July. So there's going to be more than enough fireworks for everyone.
Yeah.
This week. Probably starting, I would imagine, tonight. Tonight, once it hits like 9 o'clock, I'll start hearing fireworks in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Tybee, we heard some over the weekend. Tybee typically does theirs on the 3rd, right? Are they doing theirs this year?
Yeah, they usually do it the day before. And I'm telling you, man, I went to the beach once, Tybee, to go watch fireworks. It's awesome because they shoot it off from the pier. And, with the breeze from the ocean, the actual embers of the fireworks, they like drift. They drift on the wind
cool.
right there. So it's super cool, man.
It says here they're doing them on the 4th.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, so everyone's, and you got to choose. So Tybee, Hilton Head, and Savannah all doing their fireworks on the 4th.
Yeah.
Who else does? Richmond Hill usually does them too.
Yep.
Looks like they are doing theirs on the 3rd. Independence Day celebration, 4:30 to 9 over at JF Gregory.
Okay. I got about 3.5 minutes, and we'll get into the first story from Marshall's Music News.
I think so. I think that's what it's. Yeah, on the 3rd. Fireworks, foods, inflatables, and more.
Is this real? Mountain Dew's newest flavor tastes like cake.
What am I? Is it Cake Smash? Is what it's called?
Yes.
Interesting. You're a Mountain Dew guy, man. You could try that stuff.
I'll try it. Quenching your thirst, the cold glass of cake sounds about as crazy as the whole year of 2020. Yeah, I'll grab it if it goes on sale here.
Mm-hmm.
Dew, yep, natural and artificial cake flavor.
We jammed 27 vanilla cakes right into this vat of Mountain Dew and let it soak in for 37 days.
I mean, most of the versions of Mountain Dew at least kind of make sense because they're, fruit-ish related, and it's always, been that kind of vibe to it. Cake doesn't seem to make sense at all.
I mean, it's just a sugary mess.
Yeah.
Mountain Dews are sugary messes. Why not add more sugary mess to their crap? All right, guys, we're 2 minutes away from jumping back on air with Marshall's Music News. First story up, once again, is about the Biscuit and where they are in recording a new album, which it's kind of crazy to think. They haven't put out an album since 2011.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Now, they put out 3 singles since then. 2 of them were supposed to be on this new album, which was supposed to be called Stampede of the Disco Elephants. But don't know if that's going to be the name of this new album or not.
Yeah. All right, about 90 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Durst is very busy on TikTok. We know this because you sent us his videos. Thanks, Wanda.
Uh, 70% chance of that Danny, this is a weather update from Jeremy Nelson, that Danny forms before this tropical disturbance makes landfall, impacts the same whether named or not. Heavy downpours likely.
Is that today, or is that like over the next day or two?
Just sent it. Yeah, he sent it for today. It's for today. Downpours are very likely, gusty winds and rip currents, medium % likely, severe storms are low.
Cool, whatever. Get it out of the way. Let's get all the rain out Monday, Tuesday. I'll even allow it Wednesday.
Yeah.
But after that, Thursday through Saturday, we need some good weather, guys. Positive vibes towards the weather, everyone.
Yes, no doubt about that. We got about 30 seconds.
So my buddies out in Vegas put out their first beer. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I did, yeah.
The ratings boost. I think I got someone to mail me some.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to try them out.
All right, guys, be right back.
Rock 106.1.
Thank you for hanging out this morning. Let's get right into it. Story number 1. This is Marshall's Music News.
So it's a pretty rare occurrence when we get to talk about Limp Bizkit, but they're kind of back. They're playing some major rock festivals around the nation this year. And in a recent interview, Wes Borland, the guitar player. He's the guy that dresses himself up in the crazy outfits and the makeup and stuff. Well, he talked about the long-teased album, Stampede of the Disco Elephants. Now, it was supposed to come out in 2012. It was supposed to be like a side B of 2011's Limp Bizkit album, Gold Cobra, but it never came out. Now, they did put out a couple songs from it, like Endless Slaughter and a couple others, but we've never actually seen this album. Now, on a recent podcast called Drinks with Johnny, which is Johnny Christ of Avenged Sevenfold, Wes Borland said, we've probably been in the studio the last 10 years about 7 times trying to finish this album. We've been working on stuff and working on stuff and working on stuff, and Fred has been constantly kind of unsatisfied with where the vision is. He goes, we have about 35 songs instrumentally done, and he's done vocals on them and thrown them away, and done vocals on them and thrown away. He's being a perfectionist when it comes to this new Limp Bizkit album. He goes, I don't even think it's going to be called Stampede of the Disco Elephants when we do put this thing out. So fingers crossed it does come out soon, because I think it's some of the best work I've ever done, says Wes Borland on this new Limp Bizkit album that will maybe eventually come out. But once again, they haven't put out an album since 2000, a decade ago.
Yeah.
2011's Gold Cobra. So it's been quite some time for Bizkit. Now they're back touring and doing some bigger shows. I'm kind of okay with hearing some new Limp Bizkit.
It's been long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, even this, it's like, obviously we're well past, what was their heyday. And it's been long enough now to where I think if they release something, I think you can consider it more than just, hey, it's a novelty song, it's Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I get Korn every 3 years, right? Korn and Limp Bizkit will always be intertwined with one another. Korn can take a 10-year break. Give me Limp Bizkit. Give me some Bizkit. Why not?
All right, well, let's do some now. This is Nookie. Limp Bizkit, more Marshall's music news coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, next story up is going to be the Foo Fighters. They're rich. No big deal. Who would have thought?
See you, Tony. Thank you for hanging out. You're welcome to the return of unproductivity here in the morning.
Tomorrow on the show, we got Quizzed in the Face. What else are we doing tomorrow? I always forget.
Tuesday.
We should write this down at some point.
We haven't done it for a week. I'm so confused.
My body didn't know how to take waking up as early as it did this morning.
I know. We'll get to stuff.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's really positive. All right, guys, 2 more music news stories, and we're wrapped for the day. If you have any 8-ball questions, feel free to throw them my way. Once again, hashtag #AskThe8Ball. And we'll throw in some questions before we wrap for the day. Make sure they're more yes or no-ish style questions. They could be about our 20th anniversary show. Hey, have you heard about it? They could also be about what you're having for lunch today. Whether you should make some sexy time with your partner, as long as they agree. Make sure to ask. Or whatever you may have on your mind. Feel free to hashtag #AskThe8Ball. Yeah, obviously this weekend, 20th anniversary show. That's what I'm doing on Saturday. That's all I'm doing on Saturday. That is my life on Saturday. Sunday, I'm going to sleep in mostly, and then I'll be judging the 4th of July boat parade. They're having a boat parade on Sunday, kind of like how they did with St. Patty's Day this year. And like how they always do with Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving, they do that boat parade for Christmas. It's kind of like the first lighted boat parade deal.
Right.
They're doing one for 4th of July this year. So I'm going to go down there and be a judge because I'm super good at judging stuff. And I'm going to be your guy. I'm going to be down there with our really good, close personal friend, Julie from the Waterfront Association. Her organization was put to a halt because there was no events downtown. Usually we have like all sorts. I mean, St. Patty's Day is the big one, but they had Jazz Fest. They had all sorts of great stuff. That would happen throughout the year for people to go down and visit River Street. All of that was shut down for the last year and a half. So this is kind of the first event back, this 4th of July kind of celebration, although there's nothing on the waterfront when it comes to vendors.
Right.
Like just having fireworks is a big deal.
Right.
And then I think here on the second half of the year, they're going to allow her to do more of the festival stuff. And I think we're going to have the Christmas parade back this year as well.
Oh, awesome.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Super excited to get that going again. I really got to mow my yard too, man. Like I don't know, like something flew into the back of my yard, and now I'm getting those weeds that are like 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, and we've gotten so much rain and humidity over this last week and a half. My backyard is like the tallest it's been in quite some time.
Yeah, I did the backyard last week, so that's not too bad. But I took care of the front yard. The backyard grows way quicker than the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
So the front yard is usually pretty good. But I edged it and did everything over the weekend. So the front yard is looking good. And it looks really good because my next door neighbor, who has not been at his place in like a month, his grass is out of hand. So my yard looks fantastic.
You might as well just go over and just cut his grass.
I started to yesterday, at least this part that was on my side. It's so tall, my mower couldn't handle it. Because I got that electric mower.
Yeah.
It's so tall where it was just dying. I'm like, okay, sorry, man. I gave it an attempt.
Gave it the gentleman's try.
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back.
The Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
Thanks for hanging out this morning. Got another story. Number 2 for Marshall's Music News.
So Madison Square Garden has been, well, empty over the last 500 days, but last week it hosted the Foo Fighters for the first full-blown show in quite some time. And some information has come out in regards to the show. Nothing bad, just kind of breaking down how much money the Foo Fighters made. So 15,371 tickets were sold to this show, which is technically 150 tickets over capacity.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
okay.
They really sold out this show. They grossed $1.4 million for this single show. So once again, I did the math. Average is about $91 per ticket.
Okay.
Which for the Foo Fighters, and it was just them alone. I mean, they had special guests show up. They had Dave Chappelle show up during the show. Kind of worth it. Kind of worth it. I think it's kind of cool. But once again, they made $1.4 million for a single show. Now, that wasn't their pay. That was how much they grossed in ticket sales. Obviously, the promoters in Madison Square Garden took their fair cut of it. But they probably still made, like, I'm guessing, $750,000.
You would
for
think.
one show, for 3 hours of work.
Yeah, I mean, to open up the garden like that, I bet they did. And so it's so crazy.
Good for the Foo Fighters, man. Making big money.
All right, one more story to go, and then we'll wrap up the show. More of Marshall's music news coming up next. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Hey, it's Cotter.
We're going to wrap up music news today with a story about Seether. I still demand that Dale from Seether comes in and does a beer for breakfast with us.
Yeah, we need to... I'll reach back out to the record label. I don't know where they're at right now. They're getting ready to tour. Or if
they're going on tour with Three Doors Down.
Yeah, so they have a rehearsal space in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be in Nashville.
I'll be up in Nashville in like 2 weeks. They should just let me come up there, hang out.
We did. They did something several years ago where they flew a bunch of people out to Nashville to watch them rehearse. So it's awesome. It was so cool because I mean it's like this industrial little area, and it's this space, and then it's like it was a full-on setup with lights and everything, and you're just in this little tiny room, so you're deaf and blind afterwards because it's just so intense.
What kind of was it, like a brick building, or was it like a Morton shed or something?
No, I mean it is.
You said it was an industrial section. That's
like
what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think now. Just kind of like a gray concrete kind of building, but I mean it was multiple. It's used for rehearsal space. That's what it's there for. Because you walk in and there's like it's like Dolly Parton, pictures of her and pictures of rock bands, country artists. They've all used this for rehearsal space. It's very cool though. It was really cool.
Yeah, so we got a story about Seether putting out a spin-off EP. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that, and then we'll wrap the show for the day. Got Kevin coming in from Service Brewing Company at the end of the week for beer for breakfast. Very patriotic 4th of July beer for breakfast. So we're excited about having him in. And then we'll also get to Mac on Wednesday, do some Chicks on Dudes. We have a phone call with our consultant.
Tomorrow?
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that still good? Because I was thinking it was later on in the week, and I'm like, we're going to need to reschedule that.
I mean, tomorrow should be fine. For me, I mean, as long as it works for you as well. We have it set for 11.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'd rather. I know we had two. We get 2 a month. I don't want to try to skip any for
No,
any
I don't want to
reason.
skip any either. It's just like we had last week off though too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Tim the engineer. Hopefully this works, buddy.
You got some good stuff to you?
Hopefully. So every month, couple times a month, I have to like log EAS stuff, that we're getting the emergency alert signal, that we're receiving things, that we're sending things out. So I have to go through and just make sure everything it does. And it's not a hard process. It doesn't take very long. It's just a little kind of monotonous. And Tim is a big, we can automate that guy. So he's like, I can automate this. And I think he might have just got this automated. I'll go in and double check it to make sure it's legit. But dude, that'll be nice.
Oh my gosh. All sorts of music news talk for tomorrow, man. I mean, Courtney Love accuses a younger artist of stealing album art. Nirvana has over 1 billion Spotify streams. Marilyn Manson reportedly has agreed to turn himself in over assault charges.
Is this the sexual assault or spitting on the lady assault?
Don't know which ones. Yeah. The former Skid Row singer passed away. I got loads of stuff to talk about tomorrow.
Damn.
The drummer wrote non-points, even hoping that Vince Neil pulls himself together for that crew disorder. Just the flat-out girth of stories. Of stories we have for tomorrow is going to be awesome. Courtney Love is not relevant. She was barely relevant in the 90s. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. When she was relevant, I mean, Hole was one of my favorite bands growing up.
Yeah.
Really was. Also, she possibly killed Kurt Cobain. Allegedly. But not really. But allegedly. But not really. But maybe.
All right, we got about 3.5 minutes. Sorry, guys. Still catching up.
Still catching up. She did. Too funny. Take a load off, bro.
I will. I got a couple more weeks, and I go back in, finish up the tattoo. I don't see that trip being that long. Should be a short setting.
Mm-hmm. Is she doing background stuff on your left leg? Is that what she's doing? Or?
She's just going to color in the guys. There is background on the photo or the picture that we use, but I don't think we're going to.
Okay.
You can just do the dudes on there. And then that'll be probably my last tattoo for a bit. I don't have any plans for anything new right now, so. Eventually, I'm going to start doing the back thing to where I just kind of, when I go someplace, I'll just get a small tattoo on my back as a souvenir. So that'll be probably my next set of tattoos. I'll try to get one when I'm in Austin for Austin City Limits.
Get your neck tattooed, man.
I think I'll pass on that.
Yeah, you don't have a very sexy neck. Pass too.
So we talked about how Disney, is allowing people to have tattoos now.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to downtown Disney when we first got there, and I saw my first Disney employee with sleeves. And I was like, there's a chance. My retirement plan of working in Disney.
I don't think I want to work for Disney. That doesn't sound. I mean, it's just the wealth of people they have every single day. Doesn't sound like
it depends on what it is.
How much does Disney workers make?
I have no idea.
You just want to be a regular park employee?
Yeah, something like that. That'd be fun. Like I said, this is retirement stuff. All right, we got just over a minute.
So in retirement, you want to work?
I worked in radio. I will have no retirement, so I'll have to continue to work.
Let's see. If you're a food service worker, you can make between 9 and 14. If you're a bus driver, between 11 and 20.
Oh.
Line cook, 10 to 16. Graphic designer, 14. You could be a bus driver. Dude, like
I just have to get my CDL.
Going from a hotel, those things are tiny. You could definitely do it. Graphic designer, you're already halfway there. $14 to $29.
That 2 hour system.
Ooh, dude, if you're a dancer, I don't know what this means, but a Disney World employee, if you're a dancer, between $16 and $112 an hour.
Damn.
Yeah, if you're a server, $3 to $15.
Ew.
Chef's assistant, $9 to $17.
All right, guys, be right back.
And Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, before we get out of here, one more time, heading to Marshall's music news.
So over the pandemic, Seether was one of the brave bands to actually decide to put out new music. They had a new album set to go. So last August, they put out See Vis Pacem Parabellum. And now that album has spawned a spin-off EP. So their new single is called Wasteland, and they have now done a stripped-down version of that for an EP called the Purgatory EP. Now, it's 5 songs long. The first song is the original take of Wasteland.
Okay.
And the last version, or last song on the EP, is a new acoustic version of that song. Plus, there's some new songs on there as well from the sessions of Si Vis Pacem Parabellum. Now, that is going to be coming out officially on July 30th on CD. Now, there's going to be a vinyl version that's going to be offered on October 22nd. You can pre-order that vinyl version on the band's website. But once again, Seether is very excited about this new single, Wasteland. He goes, Sean, actually, from the band says, we are really excited to release the Purgatory EP as a companion to our latest single. I'm especially proud of how the alternate version of the track turned out and really happy that people will finally hear it. Now, once again, that 5-track EP is coming out on July 30th.
Nice.
Via their website.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, we've got Dude of the Week Deathmatch. Marshall will be quizzed in the face. Of course, play some trivia with our Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout, Marshall's Music News, and of course, kick off the show with About Last Night. So good to be back. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Don't forget to check out the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, that's the show for your Monday. Good to be back in the swing of things. Obviously, we'll be live streaming all this week leading up to our show on Saturday. Then we'll do some live streaming that day as well. And then we're off for another week. So get all the Cotter and Marshall goodness you can this week. Let it soak into your bones. And we'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m.